Welcome to Hammer and Nails with Skip and Allison Bedell.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Skip.
It's me. And it's you.
It's me. I'm Allison
Hi,
Bedell.
I'm Skip Bedell, and welcome. You guys are you. And welcome back to Hammer and Nails Podcast. Here we are once again doing our thing.
We're doing our thing, but we're recording from a different location.
We're outside.
We are in our Bedell Botanical Gardens.
Ooh, it sounds so fancy.
Yeah, it's such an amazing day today that I could not even bear to be inside for a second when we can be sitting out here in our beautiful gazebo.
Yeah, we didn't want to do the studio thing today, and we're like, you know what? Let's grab some portable gear and we'll do it outside.
Yeah,
So here we are.
you
Can you hear
might
the birds and the water and all that stuff?
Uh-huh. There's birds, there's the waterfall, the dogs might bark, neighborhood dogs may bark, trucks may drive
The
by.
couple next door might be fighting, and the guy's beating the chick, and you bitch!
Motorcycle
Oh, sorry,
may
guys. I
speed
didn't know
by.
you were recording.
Yeah, could be a variety of sounds you'll be hearing, hopefully none of which come out of Skip's ass.
Oh, come on now. What are we, 30 seconds into the podcast? You're already cracking fart jokes?
Just like our dinners with our family.
Yeah, so here we are, just fresh back from New York City today.
That was a goodie.
Yeah,
That was a
back
goodie.
from, did another Fox and Friends morning show, DIY, home improvement segment. Today was on all the stuff that you can use for outdoors to really kind of get ready for the season. Everything from lawn care and lawn mowers and all
Home
that
Depot's
kind of stuff.
giving you some
and-
really awesome stuff, though. That's the cool part about these segments that you're doing, because they're sponsoring the segments, so they are giving you the things that they would like featured. So they're
Well,
giving you cool products.
yes and no.
You'll tell them the theme, and then they'll say, "We have this. This is cool."
Yes and no. I tell them what I want to talk about. So, the last one I did a kitchen and bath thing because we're working on our
Well,
kitchen
you
and bath.
you told them the topic,
Right.
and they said these are great products.
Yeah, so
that
they'll
we think.
usually it's they'll give me a list of things they might have on promotion right now,
Yeah.
or but sometimes that list gets revised because there's things that I want to talk about
Yeah, for
instead,
sure.
which is kind of like what happened to this time around, and also last time too. They'll give me a suggested. They don't say you have to talk about anything, but it is really cool because the things that I do want to talk about, they get to me. They get to the set. They
Mm-hmm.
have everything transported over there. So that has made doing these morning show segments a whole different experience for me, because up until the last couple, I would not only produce them and put together the whole, theme of it, but also get all of the items and truck them into Manhattan.
Oh my God, was that a
assemble everything, pre-build the sets for a few days before, all for 4 minutes of TV time.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work, and then break it all down and bring it all back home. So it's like days of work to do 4 minutes of TV. Which is about par for the course for TV production.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the way it works.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it by yourself, it's it's a lot. So Depot is really, they've come through and really they're excited about being a part of these things, and I'm happy to have them because, man, they're making my life a lot easier.
Yeah, they get people to set up the big stuff. You had some really cool stuff today, and
Thanks.
Yeah, no, it made it for a really good segment because it was stuff that I had never seen before. Well, stuff that's new to the market,
Right.
which is really cool.
That's the kind of things I tell them when I speak to their PR people and stuff. I'm like, all right, I want to, every time I want to do something different, stuff like that, you guys have all heard of lawnmowers and heard of barbecues, and you know what they are, right? But I don't want to talk about just another grill. I want to talk about the one that you've never seen before, and here's why you got to have it.
Right.
And the same thing with the lawnmowers. Everybody knows what a lawnmower is. Everybody has one in their garage, right? But I want to tell you about one that you've never even seen, and here's why you need it. And that's what I did today. I just had some really cool stuff that I chose to talk about, starting out with the lawn care tools. And, I talked about the traditional lawn mowers, the pull start gas motor, and they had a great Lawn Boy mower, which actually Lawn Boy is one of the oldest names in lawn mowers. I can remember when I was a little kid, my dad
I
having
think it's
one.
kind of racist.
Lawn Boy? Is that like the little?
I think it's politically incorrect to continue calling it Lawn Boy.
No, you're thinking of the little jockey guy that goes out on the front lawn. It's what are you talking about?
No, I'm just thinking about like in the South in the 1800s.
You can't say
the grass has grown too long.
Yeah, I know.
Lawn boy.
Yeah, you're offended somebody, right?
Yeah, somebody's offended by this company.
Yeah, homie, don't play that. It's Lawn Boy. If you don't like it, don't watch. Okay, there you go. You can change the channel. Okay, so getting back to Lawn Boy. Great gas mower. What really cool about this one, different from all the other mowers that they sell there at Depot, and they have like 20 different gas mowers on every brand you can imagine, is that this one is an all-wheel drive, being that it's self-propelled. So not only can you push it on your own, it's a walk-behind mower, but you can pull in a handle, and all four wheels are actually driven, like motorized, and they pull this thing. So you really can kind of just walk behind it, and it'll mow itself, which is very cool. Yeah, and super affordable. But the thing that I was really excited to talk about today was this new setup from this company called Ego.
Love that. Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the other thing. Yes, the Ego is, oh my God.
Yeah, they're so cool, right? So the Ego system, it's a battery-operated system of yard tools. So they have everything from a lawnmower to a string trimmer to blower, chainsaw, hedge clipper. There's a whole series of tools. They all work on a 56-volt rechargeable lithium-ion battery. And it's just an amazing setup because they're like all-weather construction. They're lightweight. And the battery is interchangeable from all the different tools. So you get one of these things.
Meaning one battery will fit all of the tools.
One battery will fit all of them. So if you buy any one of these things individually.
They each come with a battery.
They each come with their own battery, their own charger. But then in addition to that, what they're running right now is a cool promo that if you buy one of these items, whichever tool you want, you not only get the battery and the charger that it comes with, but they'll throw in an additional battery, which is really nice to have. And that's a $100 value.
That's awesome because then you can have that charging while you're using the tool with the other battery.
Exactly, yeah, because the average runtime is like 45 minutes to an hour for these things. The blower, the weed trimmer, about 75 minutes. But you can really get a lot of work done in that time. But yeah, you got a battery on charge. So really you're never running out of power.
So tell me comparatively, because I have no clue. All I know about that is the batteries that you use like on your drill and your what is that, reciprocal saw.
Yeah,
that battery I know
like
has
my Milwaukee sets,
yeah,
my
they got
DeWalt
smaller
sets,
and they got lighter and they got stronger.
Right.
So comparatively, how strong is this battery for the Ego tools, like a lawnmower and the blower?
It's way stronger. I'll give you an idea. Like so, the battery tools used to be like 9 and 12 volt, and then they bumped up to like 18 volt. And like that was a big, heavy battery on 18 volt, like DeWalt tools and Milwaukee, and all of them went up to an 18 volt battery, and they were all also interchangeable batteries. And now they downsized everything. The batteries are like a quarter of the size. They're 20 volt. They're more powerful, lighter because they're lithium ion,
right.
And they last a lot longer and they recharge real fast. So now, like all my tools are all 20 volt. This thing is 56 volt. The battery is not much bigger than what's on my tools. And they recharge really fast, like 30 minutes of charge time. They're totally charged up. Yeah, they charge very fast. So it's a really cool little set. And what I like about it, too, not only is all the batteries interchangeable, but like the mower, it totally folds. Like the whole handle folds up. The thing like just shrinks down to the size of like a carry-on suitcase.
Yeah.
And you can just
like when you have like a treadmill that you can fold upwards.
Like a space saver. That's exactly what it is.
Same
space saver. Yes, if you don't have a lot of room, let's say you don't have a big shed or you don't have a garage, or you're like most people that have a garage but you can't fit anything in it because it's full of crap. You can't. God forbid you got your car in there. It's not happening.
If you have room to stand in your garage, then you have room for this lawnmower. Actually.
Yeah, it'll actually take up not much more space than what you would need to stand in.
And to give you an idea of how much better it is than what you would imagine, like with all like the metal parts, this has a lot of. This does not have a lot of metal on it. And Skip had gone inside the Fox building to talk to one of the producers, and I figured, well, let me get a start on putting all this shit away. I folded up that lawnmower, and not only did I fold it up, but I rolled it to the truck, and I lifted it, and I put it into the back of the truck all by myself.
Wow, try to do that with a gas mower.
It won't happen.
No, not with an engine, no. This thing requires no gas, no oil. There's no pull-start cord where you got to keep pulling on the thing to start.
Out.
You just press a button one time, it starts. It's super quiet. Yeah, it's quiet. And I'll tell you what, I took it home a couple of days ago to try it out because I wanted to get familiar with it before I started speaking about it in front of millions of people on live TV. And I was really impressed with it. It really mowed the lawn really well. I'm like, holy crap, this thing is great.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so Depot was pretty cool in not only supplying that whole set for the segment, but they sent me a little email and they said, hey, listen, if you like that thing, just keep it, and enjoy it. So I was like, nice. So yeah, the blower.
The blower, 100 miles an hour, I saw.
Yeah, it's got I think 500 and something CFM, which is a lot. That's like compatible with like a commercial grade leaf blower. So also works on the same battery. And then after I got done with that, I started talking about some cool furniture set they had.
Well, I wanted to say with the blower, I'm very excited about it because that will make for some really cool like photos. Like you can aim that nice quiet blower at me.
Oh yeah.
And like then start snapping my picture.
Yeah, you can put in like your 2-foot long hair extensions. Yeah, it could be like a music video.
You remember that's how they did it when we shot that cover of
the
magazine?
Spike, yeah, the studio.
Yeah, they
shoot.
had a blower, like a
that's
leaf
what
blower.
they use. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
They use that. They use a fan.
Oh, a fan, right?
Sure.
But they use a leaf blower, and I just thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, when we're doing the
Aiming
promos
that
for
at
Catch a
me.
Contractor. Yeah.
Usually you don't have like
We're
a
in that
leaf
giant
blower.
like movie studio, right?
Yeah.
And they pull out like the blower,
professional
blowing your
leaf
hair
blower.
in the wind, slow motion, right? It was like I felt like Fabio in that place, right?
Oh, speaking of which, my hair extensions, they clip onto Skip's head so easily. It's
Come
so
on,
fucking
man!
Cute.
I know you clipped the thing on me the other day. I was like, what is it? Get it off! Get it
Like
off!
he
Get
had
it
a
off!
tail. It was awesome.
It looks really good on you, but it feels very strange on
Yeah,
me.
but I want to put like the rest of them on you because that's how easily.
Then I'd really look like Fabio, right?
Yes,
yeah, right?
that's what I'm
The
saying.
long blonde
And
hair.
they have. I got the ombre.
Gonna have to be. I can't believe it's not butter.
That's Arnold, honey.
Oh, all right. What's Fabio?
He's got like some other accent, but it's not a good
Can't
one.
believe it's not butter.
No, it's not English. It's something else. Like I don't know.
It's just Fabio-ish.
Yeah, it's not a very eloquent accent though. Whatever it is.
He's got his own thing going on.
I never was into Fabio ever. He was always on the cover of those romance
Yeah,
novels.
like all the other novels. Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting everybody wet, and I was like, ooh, he's not good.
Well, there
looking.
wasn't really too many guys actually that were getting you wet because you
Well,
you were interested in some other things.
I know, but I just
Yeah.
never thought he was good looking.
Or call it an alternative lifestyle.
Well, whatever.
So yeah, we got through the mower part, and then I'm like, you know what? After you get the lawn done, you're gonna start inviting people over, right? The friends, the family, everybody's coming over for the cookout. You got to have some furniture to put them on. So we talked about this awesome Hampton base set. It's like a 5-piece furniture set. Really nice chairs, really nice fitted cushions. They come with like a metal body armchair.
What I like about that set is that Home Depot is now doing something new, which is fucking awesome. Because I remember when I was buying our conversation set, which is
that what they call it, a
furniture.
conversation set?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Okay.
When I was buying
See how much I
ours,
know.
You can choose which like shape you like with the wicker and everything, but you never have a selection of whatever the cushions are. Whatever the
Right.
cushion color, pattern, whatever, that's what comes
That's the
with
way it comes,
and
yeah.
that's the way your yard is going to be.
Right.
So, if you like the shape of something, it does, it's like you're shit out of luck if you don't like the pattern.
Yeah, well, they
So-
have a whole like selection.
yeah, they have
There's,
a
like,
whole bunch of swatches where you can order online.
Yeah.
Any color.
It was
they
like
have
20
patterns,
different colors
fabrics.
and texture fabrics, and it was really actually very cool. The set was very reasonable. It was only like $5.99, and a lot of these furniture
That's
sets
really
are
good.
like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
This is a really nice set, really good quality, and it comes with a great table. It's like a round cocktail table that actually doubles as a fire pit. So it has in the center of it, it opens up as a fire pit with a grate and everything, and a screen grate that you put over it.
I mean, you don't use it as a fire pit. There's like this flat.
Yeah.
It's like a sewer cap, right?
Yeah, kinda
In
like a
the
manhole
city
cover.
street. Yeah, manhole cover.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck anything's called. You know what I meant, though.
Yeah, sewer cap on the table. Yeah, no.
You know what I mean. The round, heavy metal thing.
Yeah, so when
you
you're
know.
not using the fire pit, you lay this metal plate over it, and now it becomes just the full
Just a table.
Yeah, but even when the fire pit's open, it has enough, about at least a good
At least a
foot
good
of
foot.
table
Yeah.
all the way around the whole
And that's
circumference.
not including the fire pit area.
Yeah.
So it's like this whole round.
I'd say it was probably like a 48-inch diameter table, at least, that had the fire pit in the middle.
48-inch. I think it was more than that.
Maybe more than
I
that.
think
Yeah,
it
I
was-
didn't measure it, but it was a really good size. But the whole set was really nice, very
Yeah.
reasonably priced. And then I got into barbecues after that, and I brought 2 different types of grills there. One like traditional propane, like a gas grill, a really nice grill. Actually, it's from a company called Next Grill,
And I had never heard of them before either, but theirs was very unique.
Yeah, it's reasonably priced. It's like under $400, which for a good grill is cheap.
Yeah.
And all stainless steel construction, 5 burners. It comes with a full searing and infrared searing setup, but you can turn the whole surface either into just a stainless grill top or the whole thing into a giant infrared searer.
Or part one and part the other.
Yeah, any combination of that. Or you can take the searing tray, turn it over, and you can fill that with wood chips of your liking, mesquite or apple wood or whatever it is.
Make it a smoker.
Flavor hickory wood chips. You can buy them right in the depot, bags of them. And now the grill becomes a smoker, which was very cool. So it's really
I've never done that before. Have you?
No, I've never done that, but it sounds like it would be great. We should try it.
Well, we got the chips.
Yeah, we brought the apple chips, right?
Yeah.
Applewood. Let's try it out.
Yeah, I always thought you're supposed to toss them in with the lava rocks or that back. Well, that's when I had
You're
lava
supposed to
rock.
get it like right down on the fire, close to the fire. Then this thing is set up to where it goes. I think
It said you just put them in there and
yeah.
over the heating
But
element.
you use the searing tray,
Right.
And so you turn them over, so it's kind of like a little
right,
tray.
so it's over the heating
It
element and it
holds
gets hot and then it
it
starts to
holds
smoke.
the chips. Yeah, yep.
Oh, I don't know. I think I tried to do it once, but it didn't work. Like it didn't.
Yeah, but
add
you didn't have a setup like that though.
No. I'm talking like back in the day when I had my little portable Weber.
Oh yeah,
that
the
one
little
was-
fold-up Weber. That thing's awesome too.
I love that thing. I've had that thing over a decade, and
We still have it.
still have it.
It's out
still
behind
works.
the storage thing over there.
Yeah.
So that grill was great. It has a side burner, the whole deal. Really nice grill. But then I got
You
to.
love this stupid thing.
I think it was my favorite thing there. When I saw this thing,
surprised.
yeah, because they sent me a list of grills they wanted me to talk about, like, this KitchenAid one and this one, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, all right, they're all nice, right? You got Weber's, they're all really nice. They're all great in their own way. They all have their own features. But there's this one, and I called up the PR girl. I'm like, do you even know about this thing? She's like, no, what are you talking about? It's made. No, she had no idea. I sent her a picture of it. She goes, "Oh my God!" She goes, "Yeah, you got it." I'm like, I know. It's made by this company called River Grill. It's called the River Grill Cowboy Grill, and it looks like a fire pit that you can put wood or charcoal or wood chips into and burn like a regular fire pit. But it has a whole grate, like a barbecue grate, that goes over the top of it that you can cook on it. And also, in addition to that, it has a rotisserie spit that's up above that you crank the handle and you can put whatever kind of roast or chickens or whatever on the rotisserie and crank them like an old camp style cookout, right? Mm-hmm. It's got an arm that swings out over it that could hold a pot, and it has a little secondary grill that pivots out over it too.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher up.
Yeah, that you could put like a frying pan on. So
or
basically,
you don't want to get as much heat.
yeah, it's something like you would see like a cowboy, the cowboy, like they cook out over an open
or to
fire.
keep something warm.
Yeah. But envision like if you were at like a campsite and you're cooking over an open fire. You want to hang a pot over the fire. You want to put a frying pan over the fire.
No. If you're going to envision this. In preparation for this segment last night, we stopped at Stop and Shop to get some burgers, hot dogs, a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
And
You got to load it up with food.
Yeah, so I got that. And
That was my one condition. I'm like, listen, I called up Fox. I'm like, I'm going to bring the coolest grill you've ever seen, but you got to let me cook on it, and we're going to need to make an open flame, and I'm going to cook some burgers and hot dogs and shish kebabs, whatever, and I'm going to feed everybody. And they're like, really? You can do that? And I'm like, absolutely. So they had the fire marshal come and the whole deal,
So let
and
me
we
just
sparked this thing up.
Let me just tell this part. So last night, rather than actually cook, because doesn't have time to do a cooking segment, so we cooked the burgers and the hot dogs and chicken shish kebabs in advance. I bought a already cooked rotisserie chicken. So this morning, Skip put the cooked food in a plastic container that his mom left here this past weekend.
Like a Tupperware type of thing.
Yeah, but not Tupperware. He used it. So I
wannabe Tupperware.
I just wanted to clarify that I wasn't familiar with this plastic container, and also the chicken, which comes in the chicken container from the grocery store. So we get to Fox, we pull up along the curb, and now we're unloading the plants and things that we bought to make the set look pretty. And then I get to the food, and I grab the bag of the food. And the bag didn't last a second before it split open. The plastic container fell to the ground, but it didn't just fall to the ground. everything that was in it fell onto the street.
10 hot dogs, 6 burgers,
Onto the street.
the chicken, the shish kebab,
Yeah.
everything.
On the street. So now I'm like, motherfucker! Like it couldn't even like leave one burger intact in the container. They all fell onto the city street.
Yeah.
So
The homeless people were all like eyeing you up. They're
Fuck.
like, yeah, what you gonna do with that burger?
motherfucker. So I put them all back in the thing. And I'm fucking pissed because, now I got grease on my hand and shit, and I'm hoping, like, nobody saw because I don't want people thinking, is she going to feed that to people, So I'm like,
Yeah, it's like 6 in the morning and you're like cleaning up burgers and hot dogs off the sidewalk.
right.
What's wrong with this
Right.
picture?
So I bring it over to the where we're setting up, and I tell Skip, we got to wash these things off. Now, the original plan was he was going to give everybody, like, a burger. I bought buns, and he brought ketchup and everything and cheese.
Yeah, we're
So-
going to fire up this thing on live TV. We're going to flip in the burgers. At the end of the segment, I'm
was
going to
gonna
hand
hand 'em out.
everybody some food. Yeah.
So I said to Skip, you need to rinse those things off because they fell. So at no point did he actually bring them to me to go rinse off. He was in and out of the building 20 times, but he didn't bring the burgers to rinse off.
Well, I'm in like, setup mode, getting ready to go live and everything.
Right, and I'm just thinking about these burgers that we were going to offer the hosts of the show to
Right.
eat.
Yeah.
So now, next thing I know, we're going to do a teaser, which is when they do that quick little, like, 10-second thing where they show the person who they're going to show next, and they wave at the camera and pretend to be doing something.
Right.
And
I already know
Skip's
what you're
already
thinking.
got the burgers and the hot dogs and the rotisserie chicken spinning around on the grill. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, we can't, he didn't clean them. Like, and I have this vision of these things laying on the street, me picking them up and putting them back. So I'm thinking, fuck, like he didn't
Was it
clean
like,
them.
did it pass the 3-second rule or?
There was definitely less than 3 seconds.
Really? You picked up 10 hot dogs and 6 burgers
Yeah.
and shish kebab
Yeah.
in less than 3 seconds?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are fast.
Yeah. Because
Wow.
I was like really grossed out and I wanted to get it in there quickly.
You can't even pick up my hot dog in less than 3 seconds.
Very.
You pick up 10 dogs.
Funny. So anyway, so now he's got these things on the grill as like the example, and they light up the charcoal and it's lit up. And I'm thinking, fuck, now we can't, like, I hope nobody, like, asks to eat one because then he's going to have to say no, and you don't, like,
I wouldn't
I'm
have said
just
no. I would have been
imagining-
like, yeah, here you go.
Oh, man. And I'm just imagining,
Brian
like,
Kilmeade would have been like, hey, this burger's a little crunchy.
I know, it's got rocks in
I
it.
think I feel some glass. Ow! Why is my tongue bleeding?
Fuck.
The director would be like, cut, go to commercial.
So now when we're done with this segment, and when we didn't offer food to anybody and they didn't ask, now Skip goes inside because the producer wants to talk to him. So I'm putting all the shit away myself, and I put all the food back into the container, and I'm looking around for the holder, like the plastic thing that the chicken comes in, and it is nowhere to be found. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with this whole rotisserie chicken? Got no container to put it in. I got no plastic bag. It's a perfectly good chicken. It didn't hit the deck. It was clean. So, like, I didn't know what to do with it. So now I've got these teeny tiny snack size paper plates that Skip had brought. I don't know.
Oh, they're like the 5-inch, like the little
Yeah.
cocktail.
Yeah, little paper plates. So I take this chicken and I prop it on top of these little paper plates and I put it inside the truck on the center console. And so now, because I don't have the container and he don't know where it is either, we had to ride home from the city with this chicken on the center console, and he's trying to move it away like, oh, please don't miss my arm. And I'm like, well, where am I going to put my arm? So now every time he puts on the brakes, I had to catch the chicken,
That chicken,
like it was a softball.
That chicken bounced off the dashboard one time. You forgot it was there. We're driving in the streets of New York City,
It
man.
landed on my pocketbook.
Cabs are cutting you off. Yeah, it wound up in your pocketbook. I hit the brakes, cab cuts me off. Chicken goes flying, bounces off the radio.
Grease stain on
I
my
got like
bag.
the big flat screen radio, the touch screen radio, bounces off the screen, leaves a big skid mark of grease, slides down, lands in your pocketbook.
So
That was
gross.
awesome, man.
So
My whole truck is
pissed.
like greased up.
I'm so pissed. I had to I couldn't relax. I had to watch the chicken the whole ride home. It was so annoying.
You're on chicken patrol. Yeah, man.
really sucked.
Chicken watch.
Yeah, that really
It made it
sucked.
home though. Actually, didn't fully make it home because before we got through the
You pulled
Midtown
off a
Tunnel,
leg.
I had ripped off one leg.
Yeah.
I'm like, come here, you.
Greasy fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even want to go there.
Yeah,
'cause
guys, check out the Cowboy Grill.
Oh, you know what, guys?
at Depot.
Actually,
this thing is so cool.
go to our website, hammerandnailspodcast.com. And then when you go to the home page, which is the main page of the site, or you can just go to skipbedell.com, then there's a link on there from his appearance from today. And on that page from his appearance, I put a link to the videos, which are the his segment that aired on Fox, and I put it on our website. And also I put links and pictures of all the products that he talked about, so you can check it out, like if you wanted to click on the link.
That'll take you directly to where you can buy it.
Yeah, you can check it out, though. But, if anything, I think that what's going to get the most hits are those battery-operated.
The Ego tools. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should definitely go to the site, check out the stuff that was on the segment today. Just a lot of cool stuff, very different things. Right? That's just what I wanted for that segment.
Yeah,
it was great.
that was a good time today, and all three hosts came out with you to do the segment, which was very cool. Because there's usually one or two.
Yeah, well, they always, it's like I've said this 1,000 times. You guys have heard me say this many times. I've done morning show segments, and they're always kind of rushed because you're on a really tight schedule. They'll give you like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 4 or 5 if you get lucky, but that's really pushing it. So today, and they fit, they put it in like somewhere in the middle of the show. So today, they knew I had a lot of stuff, and I basically took up like the whole courtyard. I mean, I set up from one end of the sidewalk to the other. It was probably 50, 60 feet worth of stuff that we were talking about walking through. And they're like, listen, let's wait till the end of the show, the last 10 minutes of the show, and you can like finish out the show. And I'm like, great, I'm going to get some more time. And we can kind of have some fun with it, which was really perfect because, and I kind of strategically thought about how the order of things that I was going to talk about, and I saved the barbecue stuff for last rather than in the beginning because I knew they were going to want to see me cooking the food and giving it to the host.
Yeah.
So they're not going to cut it until we get to that because sometimes, like a breaking news story comes in or whatever.
So cool. You made it. You did the whole thing. But unbeknownst to you, they have an after the show. So as soon as that 9 o'clock came to the end of Fox and Friends, they had the after the show.
Right.
And the two ladies host that show, and you were on that show too in the beginning.
Right.
We went through the whole thing again.
Yeah, I walked through the whole thing with the two girls.
They were asking about Father's Day gifts, and actually, I didn't even think of it, but that mower or that blower or the hedge trimmer or whatever, all of those, any one of those things would make an awesome Father's Day gift.
Any one of those things, and what's cool about it is
it's brand new. Nobody's got it. None of their friends will have it.
Yeah, no one's going to have it. It's a new thing to the marketplace. They're really cool in that they're green. There's no gas, no oil, no exhaust, no pull cord. You just press a button. You don't have to worry about any tune-ups in the spring, none of that stuff. You just press the button and go. But whichever one of these things out of the set you buy, I think there's like 5 or 6 different tools in addition to the lawnmower. But whichever one you buy, they give you a free battery with it right now as a promotion. It's an extra 100.
You said that already.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, you can keep adding to this set.
Yeah.
So maybe you're going to get Dad the blower, or you're going to get him the trimmer.
And then the next holiday, you get him another
and then
thing.
maybe he'll go out and he'll buy himself the mower, and then
That's a really good gift
Yeah, you
idea.
can just keep adding to it,
It's very cool and unique, and nobody's got it.
Yep, you guys are going to love that.
Go to our website and click on the link, because at least if you're going to do that, go through our website and check it out. It'll take you right to the Home Depot where you can order it directly from them.
SkipBedell.com.
SkipBedell.com.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you about. Oh God, you know what? Well, I just wanted to make mention of the fact that Skip already started to put up our tin ceiling tiles from Facade.
Well, they're not actually tin. They look like they're stamped tin. That's what's so cool about them. Yeah.
They're so fucking cool. People, have you ever seen those tiles where it's like stamped? It looks like stamped metal.
Like the old antique ceiling tiles that were like a stamped tin, and with basically like a texture on the design on the whole ceiling of a lot of times you saw them like in restaurants and places like that, or very fancy home.
Now we're fancy.
Decor. We're fancy.
We're so fancy.
This company Facade has some really cool stuff, and they have all different finishes. You would think they're made out of copper or bronze or steel or whatever, but they're plastic.
You never know.
They're very lightweight, so they're set up that you could either glue them to the ceiling, or they come also as like a tile that you can drop into, an acoustical tile ceiling grid system. And just very, very cool looking. So
yeah, MT did the
check
bathroom.
out Facade.
We picked the most amazing color, The ceiling, like, it is the coolest ever. And that's another thing. Like, how many people really have that on their ceiling? People don't. You know what I mean? So when
Well,
you
I
have
like doing
stuff like
different
that-
kind of stuff. I mean, I've always done that in all my customers' homes. I always like to try to do it at least a couple of different design elements on a job that are like unique. Like
Yeah.
when people come through and they see it, it's like nothing that you bought off a shelf somewhere.
Right.
It's like, where did you get that?
Right.
You
So
know, like-
everybody that comes in says that same thing. Like, oh my God, wow, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So that's from Facade. It's FASADE. And you should check it out because once you see it, you'll be so impressed with how cool I am for picking out something so awesome.
What's their website? Just facade.com or?
I don't know, but if you Google Facade, the way it's spelled, it comes up. Because if Facade, when you use it in a sentence,
Right.
that word is spelled differently.
Yeah.
But this company is spelled F-A-S-A-D-E.
Yeah, just put facade ceiling tiles. They also make tiles for walls that you can use on your
Oh, yeah, they got
backsplash
these
in the
things for the
kitchen.
walls, yeah.
Or they make even big wall panels, like 4 foot by 8 foot panels
Yeah.
that you can do in a whole wall. All like
So
really
cool.
cool textures, and check them out. It's actually a very cool thing, something that you haven't
Yeah, that's
seen
a tip.
before. Yeah.
It's not Tip Tuesday,
No, it's not even Tip Tuesday.
but it's a good tip. So I wanted to throw that in there before I forgot because you worked hard on that ceiling all day.
Yeah, the bathroom really came out great. We'll take some pictures of that. We're about ready to move into the kitchen this week and tile the whole kitchen ceiling between all the big
We got a dark ceiling.
structural
I'm so
rustic
excited
beams.
about that.
Yeah, the ceiling is going to be kind of like a bronzish pewter color. Very cool, man. It's
Oh,
definitely
God.
going
It
to be
looks
something
different in different lighting.
Yeah, it's going to be something different than you guys have seen before, and cut into that some really very different, unique lighting fixtures,
so
some of which I'm
excited.
going to be making. It's going to be cool, so I'll try to snap some pictures and post them for you.
Okay, now on a very different note, I wanted to bring up a conversation we spoke about the last time about the guy who got the penis transplant.
Oh, God.
Now listen, there's a reason I need to bring this up again. A coworker of mine.
You got penis on the brain?
No. But she heard me talking about it on the podcast, and so she actually brought up some points that I have never even thought of, and I don't know how I didn't think of this when we talked about the transplant dick.
Okay.
Where has that dick been?
Oh, no.
Yes! You don't know, like, who's it been in? How many, like, pigs did he do? Or, you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like, where has that thing been? Has it been in somebody's ass?
Oh, no.
Right?
I didn't even think of that.
Me neither.
I think the guy was probably just happy to have, like, a new dick.
Yeah, but think about
When, like,
it.
he looked down before and had nothing, and now he looked down and he's got something.
Yeah. But we were like, you don't know where that thing has been.
Wow.
You could have been in some hookers. Ugh.
I think that probably, I'm sure it went through like the whole sterilization process. I mean, anything they do in surgery is
But
sterilized.
still.
Yeah.
Just because of that, what are you trying to say? Like, oh, I'll just go get a hooker, and if I clean her up good, she'll be fine, good as new.
Well, I mean, enough alcohol and, a little penicillin or whatever, peroxide.
No.
Be amazed what you can do.
No. And plus, I wonder, I mean, I don't know, and I'm going to hope that they do, but what about venereal diseases? Like, there's ones that you can't see, like condyloma, which is, you hear the dogs back there barking it up.
The dog in someone's car alarm, like the low
Oh,
end,
yeah.
like the car horn one. Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
like the alarm system. It's like just the horn beeping.
Yeah, so anyway, so there's some venereal diseases that you cannot see, and I just hope that they're doing every kind of test on this thing to make sure that it's all good.
Right.
Like, because it could be a problem.
I would think. Yeah.
But yeah, we were thinking like, yeah, what if that thing was in somebody's dirty ass and that?
Oh, man.
God.
Yeah, but again, think about it. If you had nothing for a long time and never thought you were ever going to have that again, and now all of a sudden you got it, you're probably like, you know what? I'll deal with it. I'll live with it.
Could you imagine if you ended up getting a penis that was not circumcised and you were circumcised?
No.
Or vice versa?
No. Well, vice versa, I wouldn't mind if I wasn't, and then I got one that was. But yeah, no.
Wow,
No.
that would be weird.
See,
too.
now that's what I was talking to you about before with the last one. I'm like, well, do you get the opportunity to go through like a selection process? Do you at least decide which one you want to get sewn on you?
I mean, that's something that's a funny question to ask, but I think you know that would never happen.
I don't know. I don't know.
They're not going to give you a selection of penises. It's not like there's an abundance.
I don't know. How do we go from lawnmowers and barbecues to
Because I wrote it in my notes of something I remembered I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
I've got a list of things here because my brain is shot. My memory is shit.
Right.
I take memory pills every day to enhance my memory because
Well,
it's so
evidently
bad.
they're not working because we're spending a lot of time talking about some guy's sewn on penis again. So, what else you got
My
over
brain
there?
is fried. I wanted to talk about that before. We had passed this place on out on the road out there, and you had pointed out to me where you got some. It's a good deli. They got good prices, and you bought sandwiches there.
Right.
And then you mentioned to me about the other place that was expensive.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be known as making like the best heroes.
Right.
Okay, like what is it? Like Long Island's best heroes
I
or something?
guess. And, like, they have, like, restaurant awards and, like, the top 5, whatever, like, best of Long Island. And,
Okay, so I want, tell me, what the fuck qualifies a hero as being the best? It's a big roll.
Right.
It's a variety of meats, cheeses,
Yeah.
some dressing, some lettuce and tomatoes.
I don't know. I can't
What the
say.
fuck can
I
you do
can't
to a
actually say
sandwich?
that I am like a hero critic or aficionado, but I can say that
Well, think of it. Start
I've certainly eaten my share of them over the years.
Okay, well, think creatively. What the hell would make one so much better
I don't
than
know. I
another
mean,
that
what-
you're now the best
I'd
hero?
imagine that like the roll is fresh. Maybe they bake their own rolls
As
there.
opposed to the stale rolls in the other delis?
Yes. Maybe like they pack them full. I mean, guys who eat heroes want them to be like big and it's a lot of food. Usually, I mean, it should be something that you can't even finish, but you wind up eating the second half when you really don't need to. After you finish that first half, because they always slice it in half, you're like, oh man, I'm good. I don't need the second half. I'll wrap it up in the paper and eat it later. But then you're like, it's so good. I'm going to eat it anyway. And you keep going, and then you're like, oh god, I shouldn't eat in the second
No,
one.
this is not the same thing. This isn't like when you create like a dish like like a chicken marsala like with 5 different chefs and they all make it a little different because the sauce is a little different and some use
Well, I mean, they
something
got
more
all
than-
kinds. It's not only just cold
what the
cuts.
hell can you change
Not
on
only
a
cold
hero?
cuts. They got like meatball heroes and hot food heroes, and also I mean, I guess it's probably like if you're someone that likes to eat big hoagies and submarines and whatever whatever that kind of sandwich.
Who made this ruling that they're the best? Are they calling themselves the best?
Yeah, I guess they.
I'm the best. Now everybody has to call me the best.
I know that. You know that. I don't know. I guess there must have been some sort of restaurant, survey or something or whatever, and they got voted
Bullshit.
as
You know
one
why?
of the top
You know that they
hero
flood
shops
the ballots then
in
if
Long
there's like
Island.
a contest. That's such bullshit when people make these places call themselves like the best or the number one.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like restaurants have like the Zagat review and all that stuff. I mean,
It's Zagat.
well, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You get
but
it.
I know,
Thanks for
everybody
correcting
thinks
me,
it's-
though, Mom.
No, I'm correcting you because I used to think it was Zagat
Yeah.
until I heard Donald Trump on The Apprentice talk about, and he knows because I'm sure he even knows Mr. Zagat.
Probably.
Right? So he called it, it's the Zagat, and so that's how I said, oh, shit, I've been saying it wrong all this time.
Yeah, I've been saying it wrong evidently for many years.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
Surprise.
Thanks for schooling me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't fucking call me mom. I hate when you do that.
Well, you corrected me like I'm 10 years old.
Well, maybe that's your insecurity that you feel like 10 years old.
No.
But I'm just letting you know that it was pronounced wrong. It's not like I'm disciplining
Well,
you.
thanks for informing me then. I feel enlightened. And,
Good,
and
you're
a little-
welcome.
And mildly educated. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, doesn't that feel better?
I feel so much better now.
Good.
And smarter. Yeah. I see I come into this podcast saying Zagat, and I leave saying Zagat.
Awesome.
See that?
Oy.
It's been a productive day.
Oh, you should know from it.
Oy, you should know from Zagat.
I don't know why I just Jewed out all of a sudden.
I had no idea.
I don't know.
You
It sounds like a Jewy name.
You
right?
are so funny.
I don't know.
'Cause you grew up hearing that as a kid? I don't know.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My grandmother, ugh, he shouldn't know from it.
Yeah. Straight out of Long Island. Pizza bagel.
Oy.
I love calling you a pizza
what's
bagel.
that schmata on your head? And other lovely words that they use for slang. Things that you shouldn't say.
All right, so what
Yeah.
else we
Okay,
got there,
so,
wifey?
Funny thing happened today while we were walking down Fifth Avenue. And there was all these stores, which we've talked about before, that we just shouldn't even go in because we
No.
can't buy one thing in them.
Yeah.
So we're walking past all
Oh, like
these
ridiculous
rich
stores, like
people's
like
stores.
Harry Winston, and like stores that like
H. Stern.
you
and-
couldn't afford the cheapest piece of crap they
Right.
had in there. Would be
Right.
like you'd have to work 2 years for. So.
Right. So it occurred to me, because when we walk past these things, we always make these funny gesture sounds like, and Skip does the rich guy
Well, I
sound.
got my put on my Thurston Howell
Yeah.
the third voice,
Yeah,
and
do it.
Lovey, perhaps we should go in and buy some diamonds.
So I said to Skip, if we went into one of these places and started talking like that to these people,
oh yeah,
would they even know that we were doing that?
yeah.
Or would they think that that's normal?
No, they would think that something like I was like out of a Twilight. Both of us, like from the fucking Twilight Zone episode, because we're like covered in tattoos, right?
Right.
We're all sleeved up and shit and talking like that. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
honey, look
Yeah.
at this necklace.
No one that speaks like
This
that.
is divine.
Yeah, no one that speaks like
Excuse
that
me,
has
sir.
full sleeves. I can promise
How
you.
much does this necklace cost?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a mere pittance.
That's it? It's only $2 million? It's got to be a piece of
I'll
shit.
have one for each day of the week.
And every color you have.
Yeah.
And what is this? Is this a speck on a diamond? Like, I don't know. Just, I would want to see if they even think anything of it.
Yeah, it would be great.
I would love to fucking do that one day.
We should go in
Let's
there
do
with
it.
some sort of like hidden camera, like a hidden camera, like total spoof,
Yeah.
But like we'd have to go in dressed
have to
up.
dress appropriately.
Yeah, dressed up. I'd go in with like a monocle on, like Mr. Peanut, and a fucking top hat, a tuxedo and a top hat with like a walking
I'll
cane.
wear my pearls.
Yeah, or I'd wear like a smoking jacket or something.
I'll wear
Yeah.
my farty mummy suit and put on pearls.
God, yeah, we pull up on like the limo and then get out with like a hidden camera in like mounted in my lapel corsage, like, like a
Yes.
flower, like
Yes.
it'll have like a
You know
set of,
what
like,
that reminds me
like the
of?
one like the clowns have, you squirt you like when you go to snow
Yes.
with the water. It'll be like a little
Yes.
hidden camera in there, and
Yes.
we'll just go through the whole like.
Ma, Muffy, Ma, what do you think of these diamonds? Ma.
You know what that reminds me of? When we were shopping for your outfit for the 2014 Guys' Choice Awards, we
Yeah.
went into the city and we went to John Varvatos. Now, before we went to John Varvatos, though, we went shopping in all these different stores looking for stuff for you to wear.
Yeah.
Some stores of which nobody would even help us.
No,
Because
because
the
if
way
you
we
guys know
look.
anything about John Varvatos, and by the way, just don't think that like I ever shopped there before I started shopping there, because I had no idea even who the fuck John Varvatos was. And then when I saw the prices on this clothes, I was looking around
I
like
had to pick 'em up off
No,
the
I was
floor.
actually looking around for a hidden camera. Like, is this a joke?
I had to give them smelling salts.
Why is this denim jacket like 2,000? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Are you
so
out of your mind?
People wouldn't even like help us in some of these stores that we go into.
yeah,
they
we
just
we walked
look
in there
past
like
you.
just like
Yeah. So we went to John Varvatos, and
no
we
one
ended
even
up,
talked to us.
Yeah, it was awful. So we go to John Varvatos.
I'm on TV.
No, they don't give it. They're like, look at you. You can't possibly be anybody important or have any money to spend in here.
Right.
Security, keep an eye on him.
Yeah, right. You see all the security guards there, like touching their ear, like a little like,
the
the
Secret
little
Service.
speaking into the little microphone in their jacket, following us around like with a full tail on, They're like, all right, I got him. He's turning the corner in aisle 2.
Yeah.
I got him. I got eyes on him. I got him.
So we ended up finding something for you to wear there.
Yeah.
And we made the purchase, and they put it in a very nice, thick quality paper bag.
Well, the fucking
but this-
shopping bag probably cost $100.
Yes,
if you
the
saw
shopping bag was
It was like
ridiculous.
ridiculous
Yeah.
with like satin ribbons on it and
It
like
was
the
very
handles
thick.
and.
It was a very it was a very luxurious paper
Well, now
bag.
you can see like why the clothes are so expensive. Like their packaging,
Right.
Just they put it like in a suit bag that was like a fitted custom
Yeah,
fabric.
and
I'm
then
like,
folded
I'm
that
like,
inside
really?
of this nice bag.
Yeah.
So we are walking now. We need to look for shoes. So
Oh, that's
we are
not-
walking through.
Wait for a second. That's not good.
What
let,
is that?
Let that pass. It'll take 30 seconds. It'll be over.
Okay.
That's the hot tub cycling the filter.
It's not a hot tub. It's a spa.
Oh, it's a spa.
I like to refer to it as the love bucket.
It's a sperm depository.
Oh no. The hot tub is a sperm depository. That's terrible. No, that's you. That's you. All right, now it went
Okay.
off. Okay.
So we were looking for shoes, and I'm chewing on an Oreo. Excuse me if that sounds disgusting. So we're going now. We have to find shoes to go with this outfit, and we start going into stores.
Also
And some-
on like Fifth Avenue or
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, same wherever we
somewhere
were.
in the city. Yeah.
And noticed that there was this new pattern of things happening, and it was that people were not only wanting to help us, but they were running to help us.
The second we walked through the door in some of these other very high-end stores, it was like, oh, can I help you with anything? Can I
Yeah.
show you anything? Look at this new selection of fine clothing we
need
have right over
anything, you
here.
can just ask me.
And
My
I'm
name
like,
is
what
blah,
the hell is
blah.
going on? For the whole first part of the day, no one
Yeah.
would even give us the time of day. And then we realized it's because we're carrying the John
Barbados
Barbados
bag.
shopping bag
Yes.
full of clothes.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they're spending money.
Yep. As soon as they saw that bag, everybody wanted to help us.
That was really
So what
that's
did I
crazy.
do? After we got home and we took the shit out the bag, I folded it up very nicely and I put it in my closet. I said, next time we go shopping out there, I'm taking the bag.
Yeah. Just throw your dirty sweatshirt in there.
I'm gonna take the bag and make sure everybody helps
Yeah,
us.
your flip flops and shit. Just throw them in the Barbados bag.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean we got treated totally differently. Skip and I have been treated like dog shit in many an establishment.
Well, because we'll go into like a really nice restaurant, and people do tend to judge you
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way you look. So,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Remember that sushi place in Oceanside?
Yeah,
And there
brand
was
new
this new
place, like
place-
grand opening. It's a really expensive
Yes.
place, and we had done something. We were out that way, like
No, we were on the bike.
we're on the
And we were starving.
Yeah, we're riding the motorcycle that day, and we
Yeah.
were like leathered up and definitely in our riding attire, a bit bikerish looking.
Yeah. But we went in there and we ordered a lot of food, and it was a lot of money. And towards the end of our meal, the new, manager or owner of the place started walking around to each table. How is everything? Did you enjoy your meal? How is everything? That fucking bitch skipped right over us.
Walk right past the table.
Right past us.
Stopped at every single table and then walked right past ours
Yep.
and went to the table next to us.
Yep. Right the fuck next
The one
to us.
to the left of us, the one to the right of us.
Yep.
And I'm like, really? What happened?
I know.
Hey, what? Hello?
She doesn't even
I
know
just
that
spent
you're
like
like the
$300
fucking
on sushi.
superstar of Oceanside. Like you were like the town hero there.
Whatever.
And like, what the fuck? I was so pissed. So then I went on their Facebook
It's just
page.
funny how it's so true. People definitely
Oh yeah,
judge
I
the
went on
book
their
by its
Facebook
cover.
page and I wrote a complaint about how they treated us.
Yeah.
That fucking bitch erased it.
She took
She
it off,
took it
right?
down.
Yeah.
And I wrote it professionally. I didn't write like I talk.
Right. You didn't write like you talk, like the total filthy animal that you are.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, you got to keep it real, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is, you
Yeah.
know.
So we and that,
you don't
that's
like what you
happened to
hear
us
and
so
change
many
the channel.
times. Yeah, that's happened to us so many times that we get like people looking at us like, ooh,
Whatever, it's
yeah.
like, hey,
Because it's either our gear that we're wearing
yeah,
or it's the ink.
it's definitely the ink. Yeah, I think, but even though the tattoos have become far more trendy and
People
now
still judge though.
yeah. It's just funny, how you can totally see the way people look at you, especially when you go into high end places. They got no idea what we got. They got no
No.
idea how much money we're going to spend.
Yeah.
You know
what's fucked up though? Because there's some of the richest or most genius people that are so fucking rich that they're the ones who like dress like the most slovenly.
I
you know
love
what
it.
I mean?
I love that.
You can't even tell that
I
they're
love
rich.
that. Yeah, we have friends of ours out in Hollywood, and out that way. They're like, they're crazy up, like could do what they want, go where they want, have what they want for every day for the rest of their life. But you would think that they were like, like on Skid Row.
Right.
You
look at Adam. He wears the same shirt every day.
Walking around like with jeans with holes in them and shoes with holes in them. And like,
how many days did we see Adam in that red plaid shirt?
yeah, you know what it is? Though?
He doesn't give a shit.
I know, and I don't either. I'm like that a lot too. It's not that I don't care about what I look like, but it's like I want to be comfortable, and it's like I don't like when we're doing our thing, we're going to like, events and whatever, and like, we're going someplace, of course, we're going to dress to impress.
Yeah, when it comes time to that, he takes longer than me to get ready.
Yeah, then I do really enjoy getting dressed and feeling good about the way I look. But I mean, when it comes to like just going out and casual, we're going to a restaurant or whatever, I don't need to do that. I want to be comfortable.
But when you are all
so
like in
funny.
your gear and you got your chaps on and
Well,
your leather vest
the chaps
and your
only
jacket,
happen, a few
and
times a
then
year.
you
We
got your
ride
little-
we ride in the winter. Don't get the
No,
don't get the
you
wrong
look like
idea
a
out
hot
there,
piece
people.
of
I'm not walking
ass.
around with like assless pants on all the time.
No, you look
They're
so
like
good.
chaps. No, we leather up a lot, especially because we ride all year. So if we're on the East Coast and it's wintertime here, we will ride even if it's cold out, but we definitely get leathered up. And, we ride a lot like, in the fall and the spring, even when it's still pretty cool out. And so that's, if it's a hot day, we could, just be wearing shorts and a T-shirt or whatever, and you wouldn't know if we came in a car or whatever. But certain times of the year, there's no question we're completely leathered from head to toe, and we're very bikered out.
Yeah.
And then you peel off the layers and you get inside and you're like totally inked, and people are like,
Right.
look at these hoodlums,
Yeah. Yes.
And it's so funny. But you know what's happened recently in the last couple of years? It is like we go into places like that, and now people recognize us from all over the place from the show.
Now we're acceptable.
And now it's like when you first walk in, they're like, oh, and they look the other way. And then like, the manager will come over and like, dude, I love your show. And then everyone's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for having us.
I saw how you were looking at me.
Yeah, isn't it weird though?
Yeah, it's really fucking
anybody
weird.
out there like
Three
listening to this
judges.
thing, experience that? Like, like people are
They don't wait for you to even open your mouth
Yeah,
before
people
they
are
judge
fucked
you.
up like that, right? Like they just totally,
Yes.
they don't know a thing about you, but they've already put together their whole idea of what you are and
Yeah.
who you are and what you're about. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm like, dude, you have no idea who I am or what I'm about.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Or
Don't
what
ju-
I've done.
Yeah,
Nothing.
don't judge it on the surface.
Yep. Don't you know I cured cancer, motherfucker?
Well, I'm working on it, but
No,
no,
I'm
I haven't done it yet.
I'm talking about
I'm
the
contributing
people.
a bunch of money to it, but haven't done it yet. Speaking of which, oh my God,
Yeah.
today, coming to the Fox segment all the way from Florida, Andrew,
Oh my God.
Andrew DeMeo, who is a
Yeah.
Facebook friend and originally a fan of our show, and we became acquainted with him over social media, Facebook, and had followed him through his struggle with cancer. He's been battling this whole tumor situation, and his wife and his family are very supportive, and we've kind of been following and really kind of encouraging him. I sent him
A
a
bad
bunch.
kind of cancer, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. He had some pretty aggressive stuff, and like they were like, if he wasn't able to have this surgery because of whatever the complications were, to remove it and stuff. And he's a young guy; he's in like his 30s, and it was like a heartbreaking story. So there was a few times like I called him on his birthday, and I wrote him all sorts of messages and stuff. And like his wife was like, he's a big fan of your show, like he follows you all the time. Here's his phone number. Could you give him a call? So they had this big birthday party for him, and they were videotaping it and stuff. And she knew when I was going to be calling. There was like 50 people there, whatever, friends and family, whatever. And they didn't know if it was going to be the last guy's party ever or whatever. He was like going for this surgery, but if the surgery didn't work out, so she's like, listen, it would really mean a lot to me. She's like, there's two people in the world that he would love to talk to. It's you and Arnold Schwarzenegger. So yeah, when she saw pictures of me and Arnold at the gym out in Venice Beach, she's like, oh my God, you know him? She's like, can you please have him call my husband and just, and I'm like, listen, I can't guarantee that. I mean, I send him the number, but I don't know that he's going to call. But I said, but I can call. So she's like, oh my, you would do that? So I called the guy.
Right.
Yeah, so it was funny because she got all these people in this like party hall, restaurant, whatever it was, and she's videotaping him at the moment when the phone rings because she knew I was going to be calling. And she's like, all right, Aaron, you would think the cake was coming out or something. She's like, oh, someone's going to make a big toast. She's like, all right, everybody be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. The phone's ringing. And they're all like, what the hell is going on? And she hands
That
him the
was
phone in
sweet.
front of all these people, and he answers the phone. It's like, what? It's Skip Bedell? You know, and I'm like, dude, man, how are you doing? How you feeling? And
You know what? There's that other couple too that we talked to online. God, the name is escaping me for a second. The guy has an odd name. They're from the South. And you called him on his birthday while we were in the middle of filming, remember?
oh yeah. Dut.
Dutiller or something like
DeWiller,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You called him on his birthday too.
Yeah, well, I think their
And
anniversary.
she videotaped.
Yeah, it was their
whole
anniversary
thing.
of his birthday or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, she videotaped. It was such a nice video too.
It was very cool. So they posted the video on social media. But anyway, so I never met this guy, you know, and I've been talking to
Yeah.
him for like a year and
Yeah.
calling him on special occasions and writing to him when he's in the hospital about to get his, tumor removed and all this stuff. And I just kind of took to him. He sounded like such a nice guy.
Yeah,
And his
yeah.
wife was really super supportive of him. And let's face it, cancer has touched all of us one way or another. Everybody knows someone in the family or somebody that's been affected by it. So I kind of got like really interested in his whole process of recovering from this in the battle. And as it turns out, the last surgery he had was successful. They were able to remove this thing, and they think he's going to be like in full remission now. So anyway, long and short, this is like months ago. And I don't hear from that regularly, but today I'm out on the sidewalk in front of the Fox building. I'm setting up all this gear. There's 3 minutes till we're going to go live, and all of a sudden, there's a bunch of people back behind the gates and stuff. They come on the sidewalk,
Line the sidewalk.
and watch the show. And he's like, "Yo, Skip," and I turn around, and he's like, "It's me, Andrew." And I recognize his face. I'm like, "Oh my God, dude!" He was all the way from Florida,
Yeah.
and it was so cool to actually see him. I ran over, we gave him a big hug and stuff, and I was like, "Wow!" Like I finally getting to meet you,
Yeah, that's nice.
But it was so great because it was only a couple months ago, and he was like in a hospital bed, and he looked like he looked terrible, of course, and going through all the chemo and everything. And now the guy is like back on his feet.
I think he pointed it to his head. Is he
Yeah,
losing his hair or
of
lost
course.
his
That's
hair?
like the results of all the therapy. But he's doing really great, which I'm happy to say. And he was so happy to be there and watch this thing live. And he
Yeah.
waited around till the end, and we had a nice long talk and stuff, and about dogs and all. He's got this beautiful Doberman puppy that he's been raising, and just a real nice guy. But more than that, I'm just really happy to see him have recovered. And it
Yeah.
was so cool to kind of now shake a hand that I've been really kind of talking to for a while. And it was only a voice on the other end of the phone. So his wife today wrote me this long message.
You did?
Yeah, on Facebook, and it wasn't like a private message. It was a comment
Post.
on a photo on his. He
Yeah.
posted
I
the
saw
picture.
that. And you know what? It was a good picture of us. Thank God. I took about 50 pictures of me and Skip today, and they all look like dog shit.
You are terrible. You're like the worst.
I
You're like
deleted them
I'm like,
all.
oh, that's a nice picture. It's like, oh, I look terrible.
I looked awful in
You don't
all
look
of
good.
them.
Yeah, according to you, you don't look good in any picture.
The only one I looked good in was
yeah.
the one that's the three of us.
So Andrew posts this picture and finally got to meet Skip and Allison, blah blah blah. It was like just a nice picture and the whole thing. And then she had commented on it. Said some really, really nice things that
that's
made me
nice.
feel nice, and just so happy to see that he is moving along and doing well, and looks like he's going to be okay. And that's what a pleasant ending to that story. Was so many people didn't make it through that battle. So
Yeah.
very cool just to finally shake the hand of that guy. And
Yeah, he was very nice. And she's very nice, too.
Yeah.
I'm glad she has a husband, though, because I remember when we first became acquainted with her, it was mostly, actually, she was communicating with you a lot. And I was like, okay, who's this pretty bitch? Contacting you all the time.
well, she's very nice.
She is very nice,
Very-
actually.
very-
It turns out she's married and she got a great husband.
Yeah, she's
nice.
very, very nice, and she was all about just trying to get me to contact him, and
Yeah.
which eventually her persistence worked.
Yeah.
She kept telling me how much it would mean to him, and I was happy to do it. And as I finally communicated with him a few times, then I really wanted to talk to him. I
See,
was
so
like,
you made like a nice friend through Facebook, and I met Quana through a similar circumstance because she's got endometriosis and it's like debilitating. Like
Yeah,
she's always
it's
in
tough.
some kind of crazy pain. And I remember it was about just over a year ago. She was. I just happened to be scrolling through the newsfeed and I saw some post that she wrote about how she was in a lot of pain and she was wearing the only thing that made her feel better was like cozy pajamas or something
Right.
And I just felt really bad. I don't know, something about her. I
You never spoke to her or met her?
No,
or anything?
never even noticed her name on Facebook.
I
before.
remember, I think we were in the trailer or something on the set one day, like filming the show, and you were talking about this girl, and she's like, and you telling me like what's going on with her. She wasn't feeling well, and the pajamas and the whole thing.
Yeah, and at first I was
thinking,
thinking,
didn't you send her flowers or something?
Yeah,
pajamas
I was going to send
something?
her pajamas, but I was thinking, I can't get them. Like, I wouldn't be able to get it to her quick enough. You know, I don't know what. Something just came over me. I was like, oh,
How'd you
like,
even get her address?
Oh, so her daughter is on Facebook also. I saw her daughter on her Facebook page. I looked around on her page. I saw she has a daughter. So I private messaged her daughter.
Oh, you did the private investigator stuff that you do at work, right?
Yeah. And then
You're
I was
good like that.
Yeah. I was like, well, I know you don't know me, but, you know, I said who I was and that your mom and I are Facebook friends, and I saw the post that she had, and I wanted to send her something to make her feel better. If you wouldn't mind giving me your home address so I could send her something.
Right.
And she did, and she was like, she would, of course, acknowledge that under any other circumstance, like, she wouldn't even consider it, but,
Right.
But, so she gave me the address, and then the next day I had flowers sent to her. And I don't even think we hadn't even communicated. I don't think. I think I just sent flowers.
No, she's probably like, who is this?
Yeah, I think I just sent the flowers, and then she wrote,
like she knew you from the show or something, right? But
yeah.
like I said, yeah.
Yeah. And then we've been talking, and ever since.
We've actually made a lot of friends like that on social media, and it's all because of you guys. You know, we have just such great fans of our show, Catch a Contractor, also, of course, of our podcast here, Hammer and Nails.
That I meet from
like,
the fans
so many
are nicer
people
than the people that we already have in real life.
Yeah, it's funny, right? It's like it's so weird, like just how that happens. But you know, we're very appreciative of the people that have kind of stuck with us and been supportive and just followed us through our journey together. You know, as a couple and the stuff that we're doing, and two like regular people
Everybody's so supportive.
All of a sudden like had this cool opportunity to do all this stuff on TV, and like it just kind of, you know, kept growing and growing over the last few years, and people have been like really very cool, and because of that we've made a lot of nice relationships and a lot of friends.
It's nice because it always, I still like get so taken aback at how nice people are, like the nice things they say, like when they post on pictures, or like they're just very supportive, and it just blows me away because especially with work, you know what I do, I see a lot of bad things, and people doing bad things to each other, and people aren't nice, and just
it can definitely be discouraging and make you feel like, you know, like wow, like people as a whole are really you know, screwed
or
up.
even just the people that I've met in life. I haven't had a lot of good friends, really. You know, people, you know, they backstab, or you know, like they're just I haven't found people that are reliable or really give a shit, you know. Like
well, again, we've been fortunate to meet a lot of nice people, especially on social media, and you know, that started out as fans and turned into friends, and you know, for that we're really grateful. Just for the whole journey, you know, I'm grateful for the whole experience and the whole journey, and it just, you know, it kind of grows and changes every day, and just thanks for being you.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. With that being said, I wanted to ask this question regarding friends or people that you're becoming friends with. So yeah, you have this couple that you want to get to know better, and what do you do for like your first hangout? Do you have them over your house, or do you go out and meet them out somewhere, like for, you know, dinner or something?
Right.
And the reason this comes up is because if you don't know somebody, my opinion is I would prefer to go out.
Yeah, I think so. Because sometimes, like, even if it is like a friend, even if it's like someone that you really do know, it's like if you do something at the house, sometimes it's like, all right, you know, you reach like that point, like, okay, it's been a fun night, be a good time to just kind of
let you to go now.
Yeah, let's just end it here on a high note. We're having a great time, and you know,
how do you tell people to leave?
Yeah, sometimes it's
very
like
uncomfortable.
it's kind of a weird feeling, right?
Yeah, so it's like there's that other couple that.
I mean, I'm just like, listen, it's time for you to go. So,
No, you never do. We never do. And then you end up being up way later than you wanted to be.
Right. Yeah,
And
that's true.
it gets very awkward. So it's like, I think if
And
we
then
were
things happen, and then like it's then next thing you know, it's like the sun's coming up, and you just like finish an all-night 4-way, and you're like, oh my god, what just happened?
I was wondering where
It's
you
like,
were
oh
going
my god,
with that.
oh no, oh what did I do? Oh no,
Again.
oh again,
Oh, my
we said we
God.
weren't doing this again. Damn it, I knew I should have kicked him out at 9 o'clock after dessert.
Shit.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's just, I get, the thought just crosses my mind. If I don't know these people that well, I don't know if they will take it upon themselves to leave at a reasonable hour.
Right.
And if they don't, how do you start to hint? Or,
Yeah,
it's
well,
just, it's awkward.
There you go. There's like the perfect solution is like you go
Go
to
out.
go out.
Go in your own car,
Yeah.
and then then you can
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. If you go out,
do not go in their car.
Yeah, if you go out to a restaurant somewhere, don't be like, oh yeah, come on over to our place and we'll all go together in the same car.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do
No,
that.
Take your own car.
Yeah.
Leave when you want.
Yeah, you need to have an exit plan.
Yes.
Always, right?
Yes, yes.
So my
Now,
dad
there's-
used to say you need to leave a window open
There's been, yeah.
that you can jump out of if you need to.
Or even those times like like you ever have those times like where you go out to dinner or something and you eat something and you end up with gas. You're like, oh my god, I got to fart, and you're like, but I can't be.
What do
like,
you mean
trapped.
those times? That's me every day.
I know. That's why I'm coming up with this example. You cannot be trapped with people in a car after you go out to dinner.
No, again, no. Definitely
And
not.
you know which farts I love the best are the ones that you walk to the car, you get in the car, and then you fart.
Yeah, I can't do it like while we're in the restaurant
You
or
have
something.
to do it outside in the parking lot,
No,
and then
man.
wait for it to pass,
I save
and then get in the
everything for you because
know.
we share everything. Remember, for better or for worse.
car. Yeah, or worse. I fucking can't stand when you save the fart for the car.
The
So-
best is when it's like really cold out. It's like brutally cold out, wintertime.
You can't
to
open
where you
the
don't even
fucking
want to
window.
open the window, or the window's frozen shut,
You're just as rude as a smoker.
or I conveniently lean on the window lock, the child window lock. Oh wait, why isn't the window opening?
You're very awful.
And then you're scratching at the window like the dog trying to get out. Like, Rock, open the window. Fuck.
Yeah, you're really gross.
And then I quietly look over calmly and say, smell it.
You're an ass.
Hashtag smell it.
Yeah. Hashtag smell it.
Still need to make up that t-shirt.
Yes.
Hashtag smell it and I changed my mind, motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah, I think, actually, you know what? I was just talking to a buddy of mine from the gym who has like a bunch of screen printing machines, and he started up his own clothing line and stuff. And we were talking about that. What do you guys think about this? We're thinking about putting out like a line of merchandise for the podcast and stuff, and maybe, a T-shirt, a hoodie, hats, coffee mug, something like that. Something kind of cool that you wouldn't mind wearing. And give us some feedback. What do you think? Would you like to have that?
Yeah, we put that on the website.
Yeah, if you would. I'm thinking about making up a couple of trial pieces,
Yeah.
putting them up on the site,
Yeah.
and, running up the flagpole.
Word up.
And see what people think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And if you don't like it, I'll just be stuck with 1,000 T-shirts.
No.
That's the minimum order.
Oh God. No. We would have to literally ask everybody that listens to the podcast to buy
Yeah,
one.
well, you could break it up like, 250 small, 250 medium, 250 large, extra large.
God.
So I'm going to have 250 extra small T-shirts. Kind of like what I wore on Catch a Contractor.
Yeah, child's.
Very much, yeah, Baby Gap. That's what they have in on Catch a Contractor. That's funny.
So there was a news story that we heard this morning on the way into the city about how a police officer shot a black woman in wherever. And Skip brought up a good point.
Yeah, my point was, you hear it all the time in the news. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to hear any bullshit feedback on social media, whatever. I'm not saying that black lives don't matter. I'm not saying that any life is more valuable than any other. I think every life is just as valuable as the next. The point is here that I think the media does their very best to escalate the tension between races. And I'll give you a perfect example. Today we're driving in the car, and I've heard this many times, but today kind of like it pissed me off because I'm like, you know what, again? The announcement was today a police officer shot a 27-year-old black woman from Queens, New York. And I'm like, why is it a 27-year-old black woman? Why isn't it just a 27-year-old female or 27-year-old woman was shot today in Queens, New York?
Right.
Why is it important that a 27-year-old black woman was shot? Have you ever heard once there was a 27-year-old white woman shot today?
Yeah.
I don't recall ever hearing that once. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not turning this into a black and white thing. That's not where I'm trying to go right now. Okay, what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to say that the media is fucking up things even more than they already are. Now, granted, they're pretty fucked up. And granted, even like as far advanced as we are in modern day society, you would think we'd be far past the point of separation and racism and segregation and all these things that we're going through. We've come a long way, of course. But still, there's so much tension with all, and so God forbid there is a cop that shoots a black person. Doesn't matter if they had 3 AK-47s pointed at the cop car. They got shot, right? It doesn't have to be about that. So today, whatever I didn't even hear what the details of the case was. The only thing that was relevant, and they didn't even say that. The only thing they said was today, 27-year-old black woman from Queens, New York was shot by a police officer. And it just struck me as like, you know what? They are really doing their best, I think, to kind of throw some fuel on the fire, it feels like. Let's stir it up because God knows, bad news is the best news, right? Nobody wants to hear the happy-go-lucky blue sky stories. Yeah. They all want to hear about the riots that are going on and like the tension and the fights and the looting and that's good news. That's good ratings, So it's kind of ironic that as we were on the way to go to do a morning news show for my segment, and obviously Fox News is one of the more, controversial. They cover a lot of different types of stories, very politically motivated, and however you want to look at that. But it just seemed kind of ironic to me. I'm like, listen to this shit, man, So.
Is that the UPS guy?
I don't know. Is
it? It's UPS.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.
I told you there'd be an assortment of things popping in this podcast.
Well, there's UPS. FedEx should be following shortly behind him.
And then DHL.
Followed by DHL. Followed by some like private courier service. And then the kid rolls up on the bicycle with the basket. He throws the package. Good day, sir.
Yeah.
I have a parcel here for you, addressed to Miss Allison Bedell. Good day, sir.
Yeah. So anyway, so our point was that the media makes everything worse. Just the way that they report things, and I don't think that whole transgender bathroom issue would have even gotten as out of hand as it did if the media didn't keep posting everybody's opinion on it. Like every politician who's got an opinion, they have to put it in the paper. Like if it wasn't publicized so much, it wouldn't be the issue that it is. But now everybody feels like they got to chime in.
Yeah, to me, it's almost like propaganda. It's like brainwashing. It's like almost like sublingual messages. It's constantly fueling the fire.
It's subliminal.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm thinking of the vitamins I take. Yeah.
You're not going to call me mom again, are you?
Yeah, it's a sublingual message.
It's a little tiny note right under your tongue.
Yeah, you put it on. You put the message under your tongue. You let it dissolve for like 30 seconds. What a dick. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Damn it. They're fueling the fire. They're feeding us information all the time, and it's like keeps pecking and pecking at you. And it keeps like just putting in little messages in the back of your brain that keeps that. All that shit, that negativity elevated and escalated just to the point to where it's always out there in front of you, And to me, it's like, you know what? Don't pay so much attention to the news. The media has an excellent way to really continue and perpetuate the problems that, they're not talking about all the happy stuff. So to me, use your head when you listen to these things and try to see through some of the smoke screen that's put out there, There's a 27-year-old woman that was shot and killed today. That's the message. That's the tragedy. Her family lost their daughter. Some kid lost their mom. It's not about being black or white. It's about being a 27-year-old woman got shot today for whatever the reason was, whether she was, whatever she did to get shot, whether she was deserving of it or not, I don't know. But that's the story to me, so. There you go.
Here's a story that I really like.
Okay.
This is a good story. Joe Jonas has a new video. I forget the name of the song.
Those Jonas
Brothers are all over
everything, right?
I think this song is called Toothbrush. Yeah, it says alongside Joe Jonas in the clip for his band DNC.
No, that reminds me of like Beyonce,
Dance.
the song that she came out with, Lemonade, and I was like sure it was going to be some like Golden Shower reference or something that had to do with like.
Oh
something.
my God!
And it
really?
turns out it wasn't at all.
I think it has something to do with if you have lemons, make lemonade. Like make the best of what you can.
Yeah,
what you have.
it does. But you'd see where my brain's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Okay. Anyway, what I think is very fucking cool is that he's got a new music video to go along with this song, and the love interest, the female in the video that he is with, is Ashley Graham. That I guess what they call her, the plus-sized model.
Oh right,
But
yeah.
she's fucking gorgeous.
Super,
I think she's
super
the best,
pretty. Yeah,
I think
plus
she's the
size, yeah.
best-looking woman that I've seen.
Right.
I can't recall any other, I think, that is more beautiful than her. She's my favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, and she is in this video as the love interest, and I fucking love it. And I love that things are changing so much, from ass size acceptance to people actually making their ass bigger.
Lucky you.
On purpose. Thank God.
Just think, you're trendy and you didn't even know it.
I never thought I would be. If I knew that big asses were going to be in, I would have skipped that liposuction about 10 years ago. Motherfucker.
Yeah, you would have like blown away the Kardashians all put together.
Yes. You would have a place to rest your dinner plate.
Yo, yeah. Could rest my suitcase on a dinner plate. It's like the luggage rack in the hotel room.
Yep. And I just love how that these larger size women, and by larger I mean normal, are becoming the norm and more accepted. I think it's so awesome. So I'm really excited about that because I know I've had weight issues my whole life. I've always been concerned with.
You're just right. You're like curvy and sexy, and you got that whole voluptuous thing going on. You got curves and like, I've been with some bony bitches.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been with. I mean,
and that was like an issue for me. Like knowing what the girls that you were with looked like, that made me very self-conscious in the beginning. That like I don't look anything like that.
Well, it's not. It's just because it happened to turn out that way, but it wasn't like that was the only type of girl that I was into. Thin. But I mean, I've always liked curves and stuff, but maybe not to such excess. But
well, the fact that you had fallen in love with me as you had met, like the way I was.
You were exactly opposite. You were 180 degrees opposite from everything that I've been with before that. Yeah. So for me, it was like girls that were pretty like thin, large on top, long blonde hair. You're just
high heels.
High heels, very girly, very yeah. You get the picture. Yeah. And then here comes you with like short, dark hair, no boobs, big ass.
Skechers.
Yeah, dressed like a dude. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why can I not stop looking at this girl? It's like I was fighting my eyes. Like, stop it! You don't like that, but you do.
But the fact that you fell in we fell in love so instantly and so intensely was reassuring to me because I mean, obviously, you wouldn't have fallen in love with me if you had a problem with the way that I looked.
Yeah, you broke my Barbie mold.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. There was a bit of a Barbie trend criteria prior to you, and you definitely broke it. And then what happened was interesting because over the last 5 or 6 years, you have somehow morphed into Barbie again. So I win all the way around. Yay, Barbie!
Yeah.
10 grand later, I got my boobies back. Yeah. 2-foot blonde hair extensions. We're good. Yeah.
But my feet hurt wearing big heels.
You lost a whole crap load of weight.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not really sure who you are.
I'm not either.
But you look really fucking good.
I have no idea what I look like anymore. Like if I didn't have all this other stuff.
Yeah. there's like all sorts of stuff in your face and lips and
my hair is a different color.
Yeah, your hair is. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever you're
Okay,
doing,
yeah.
it's working.
Thanks.
But you're right. It's interesting. Like we fell in love. Like you looked entirely different than you even do now.
Yeah.
But I love you either way. It wouldn't matter if you had like a paper bag over you. So
I love you, and I feel like you have.
as long as it said Barbie on the paper bag.
I feel like I have converted you though, because you're always saying nice things about the booty.
You have definitely converted me into an ass man. Yeah, I was always a boob man, which will never change. But now I'm split between the ass and the boob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah. The curves are good, man. There's something about grabbing onto that. It's just like wow. Yeah.
That's good.
There's a lot of loving going on back there, and I'm liking it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Oh, I love you so
thank
much.
you.
Thank you. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, it makes me feel good too. Every night. Sometimes in the morning. And when you get home early from work too in the afternoon.
Oh, your sister just texted me. So fucking proud of him.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
nice.
love
I love her.
love my little
Oh my
sis.
God, his sister. She just announced on my birthday. Mother's Day, actually. It was Mother's Day when we were all here. She announced that she's pregnant,
Yeah, that's right.
and we're so fucking excited. Now,
My
I know
little
that's
baby
not really,
sister's going to have a baby.
Yeah, and I know it's like not a really big deal because everybody has babies except for like me and a few other people. But what's exciting about this, and she said, she said that was a longer one. Hopefully they keep giving him more time.
Actually, no, we're shorter. The
It was
funny
shorter,
part
yeah.
was
No,
this.
maybe
this-
she's including the after show also.
Oh, yeah, the
I don't know
after
if you
show,
saw
yeah.
that. But anyway, so I sent her the video so she saw both clips because it was the link on our
okay.
website.
Right.
But what was really cool for me is that because I don't have brothers or sisters, and we basically we know that we're not having kids, so I didn't think that there would be. I never really thought about her having a baby, so we didn't think that there would ever be one in our lives, and it's like a whole new for me. Like I have had this whole turnover in my head. Like I'm getting excited that this is. I feel like it's happening to all of us.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be very cool that we'll all, kind of have
because
the
it's going
opportunity
to be like
to.
it's real family.
Yeah.
Like, and I never.
It's going to be very cool to kind of raise this little baby. Everybody's going to be involved with his life.
I never thought I'd be an aunt. Like, especially well, there's a long story behind it with Skip, which we're going to get to another day. I don't even know when or where we'll talk about it.
Yeah, there's a whole other thing.
There's a whole fucking story
that we
why.
haven't filled you guys in on yet, but that's.
There's such a story about him that you guys.
I think I'm saving it for the book, though.
For a book, seriously, because it's a big, big, big reveal about Skip that we've never talked about. But it's a reason why we never thought that we would have a kid in the family ever. So this is it's like a revelation. So I'm getting really excited, and that we're going to be an aunt and uncle, and that we can babysit, like, and have sleepovers or something.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Without having to have our own baby.
Yeah.
But still love it. And
Well, yeah, I've been there, done that. I have a son from a previous marriage who's now 18, graduating high school, Jesse, and getting ready to go off to college. But you've never had your own.
No, and we've never had something like that together, so we get to experience this one together.
Yeah.
With our family, and I think that's just really fucking exciting.
It's going to be very cool.
And I'm not even,
I'm very
if
happy for
anybody knows
her.
me, I'm not into kids. I'm not really into like mommy and me stuff or driving kids to soccer. That's not my gig. Never has been. But
Hence why you don't have any.
right, that's part of the reason why.
Yeah, which
And-
I have to say I have a lot of respect to you on that front, because you've always been a very independent woman, and coming from the mind that it wasn't like you couldn't have kids, and it wasn't even so much you didn't really want to have them. You just always felt like your career was important to you, and like unless you were going to be the person that was going to go at raising a child like you do with everything else in life, with passion and really be able to put all of your time into it, that it's not going to be something for you. Unlike many women, let's face it, a lot of women that they reach adult years and it's like the clock is ticking. You have to have a baby, or like the world's going to look at you like something's wrong with you.
Right.
And you never really conform to that, and I respect that in the sense that you followed your own path. And I say good for you. But how cool is it now at this point in your life, right? You're like,
Yeah.
at the midpoint,
Midpoint.
the midpoint of your life that, like, hey, you get a shot to do something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love that little.
They're going to
fucker.
find out in a few weeks what it is. They want to find out.
Yeah.
So then we can start looking into
Yeah.
the
And especially since
stuff for a little girl or a
you
little
and
boy.
I are like older and wiser than them. Like we've had more experience, more years on them. So
older. I don't know.
Well, like we've experienced more, stuff, and so I just think it would be very cool that as far as like being an important person in this kid's life,
Right.
I think that we'd be really good for the
Oh yeah,
kid.
no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they pop out a little boy because I'll have a second chance to teach a kid how to do
How
a
to
bunch of
fix
stuff.
things. But on the other
then,
hand-
then again, on the other
Skip,
we've always said like
Yeah.
I've always pictured having like daddy's little girl because
Yeah.
they-
he goes nuts for little girls.
yeah, it's just like they're
Whenever
so
we're in the pool in
damn
California.
Cute. Oh my god, it's like
Oh
you
my
just
God.
want to like do the whole princess thing. Like
Yeah.
I want to like build that kid like a pink princess bedroom. It's like everything's gonna be poofy pink lace and like and purple dragons and unicorns and rainbows and shit.
Yeah.
It's like
He loves
yeah,
giving
little
the
girls
hugs.
are awesome like
Oh,
that.
he loves squeezing- he's just like all about how cute
They're
little
just so
girls.
cute. Oh my god, I just want to squeeze their little faces. Yeah, it's like they're just so cute. I mean, of course, hey, little boys are too. It's like kids are just like they're great like that. All the little miniature clothes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's cool when they're really young, like when they're like not like infant, baby. It's like when they hit about like 1 to 2, they're fun because they're like a sponge. They're taking everything in. They're they're learning everything, and it's like they're wearing like little miniature adult clothes and. It's just they're fun, and then they turn into teenagers,
I want to kill him.
and then they're too cool for you.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to suck up like those precious like first couple of years, like when you could take them to Disney World or something, and like like it's like everything is fresh and new, and like Mickey and Minnie, and like Santa Claus is real, and like everything is and then they hit like a few years later, and it's like there is no fucking
Oh my
Easter.
God, and-
Yeah, there's no Easter bunny. There's no it's
you know
like
what, as
somebody
far as-
wrecks all the fantasies that we like pump into their head, all the lies that we tell them. Somebody comes along and squashes everything.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, asshole.
Well,
you
I
had
was
to
just
ruin
thinking
my
about
kid's
that
Christmas.
with the Easter Bunny and the Christmas and all
Douche.
that. That's going to be really cool for your mom too, because your mom is such a mom.
Yeah,
like a mom.
Yeah,
She's
my
so
mom
awesome.
is like like every holiday, the house is totally
decorated.
Like I mean,
Every holiday.
Yeah, I'm,
Even if it's not a holiday.
I'm pushing 50, and we're still going on Easter egg hunts. All right. I mean, full baskets and Easter
Yeah, she
eggs
gets
and like
us a basket.
chocolate bunnies and shit. I'm like, really? Okay, I love you, Mom.
Each chair around the table is like has like a special like a holiday like sleeve over the back of the chair that represents what that day is.
Yeah, she's just awesome
Yeah,
like
so
that.
she can be a really good grandma.
Very fortunate like that. But how cool is it to going to be able to bring in like a little baby and like have a chance to kind of do all this stuff again? For me, round 2 and being a whole lot smarter and a whole lot, wiser and, a lot of years later in my life to where, I can really kind of get a different perspective on it. And for you,
so involved.
yeah, and for you the first time,
Yeah,
So for me, it's a cool opportunity, and for you, it's a really cool opportunity.
Yeah,
So it's going to
yeah.
be great.
Although I am dreading the shower.
Well, showers are showers,
I fucking hate showers.
So I'll sit around and watch everybody unwrap gifts and
I hate
shit,
them
right?
with a passion, and my normal thing is to not go because I decided
you're the
long
no-show?
ago, I'm like, I hate these things so much. I just stopped going because I can't stand a bunch of fucking cackling women sitting around and opening the gift, and every single present is like, oh, and you know what she's gonna get because she had a registry.
It's all like, ooh,
And then none of these gifts are a surprise. She picked them
the
all out
wrapping
of the
paper
registry.
pile is over here in the garbage bag.
Yeah, and then they make the hat out of the bows.
I
and
think
they
I
put
just
the hat
swallowed a
on.
fly.
I saw that fly by.
Oh God!
Yeah, that was. I ate.
I think I just ate a bug.
I ate a bug. What movie's that from?
I ate a bug.
What movie's that from? I ate a bug.
I don't know, but I think I fucking
Overboard.
really just ate a bug.
Overboard with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Oh fuck!
You okay there?
No. That's one of the hazards of recording your
Yes.
podcast outside in the
Yes.
backyard.
Yes. You got a drink
See,
over
that
there?
wouldn't happen in the studio.
No.
I'm still trying to cough it up. If I drink, I'm going to swallow it.
Well, so swallow it.
Oh,
Just
I'm
get
going
rid
to wash
of
it down.
You okay there? Okay.
That thing was huge. It was like a
Yeah.
fucking dragonfly. Yeah.
Aw.
Wow.
Keep it down over there.
Don't swallow bugs.
Shut up over there.
It's not good.
So listen to this funny shit. I'm changing the subject. Is that okay? Did you have anything else to say?
No, I'm good. I don't want to talk. Yeah, I'm trying to keep myself from choking.
Okay. This is funny. I saw on the Huffington Post, Scott Disick made a huge mistake on his Instagram. Now, you know how...
Lord Disick?
Yes. Yeah. You know how all of the Kardashians are basically product pushers, you know, like... I noticed when I had first started following Kim Kardashian on Twitter, this is probably 10 years ago. This is when Twitter had just come out, and I was starting to try to get into it, trying to figure out what it was about. And she would talk about stuff on her Twitter, and she posted a really funny picture of herself with a sunburn. She fell asleep in the sun with her eyeglasses on and sunglasses, and I was just thinking, oh, this is fun. But then I noticed a very distinct change in her tweets. Like, it happened, I guess, when the promotion thing became a thing.
Right.
And instead of like putting human type posts like she used to do, all of a sudden it seemed like she was pushing products or making mention of like I'm putting on my whatever cream right now and blah blah. It just seemed so obvious that she was pushing products.
Right.
And they all do it. And like most of their tweets and Instagrams is all focused around something very specific.
Well, let's face it, it's not even them putting these posts out.
I don't know if they're not doing it, but I know that
they're not doing it. They have a
I don't
whole
know.
freaking
Or maybe
workforce
people
of
contributing to it. But this
yeah.
is
There's a
funny.
room full of people doing their social media. Trust me.
Well, Scott Disick did his own, and he fucked it up royally. He copied and pasted into his Instagram, along with this picture of him and this protein product. He copied and pasted whatever it was he was supposed to say, because this is what it says. It says, quote, here you go. At 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, write the below. Caption, : keeping up with the summer workout routine with my morning boutique protein shake.
What a dumbass.
What a douche.
Really? So
Yeah.
like some producer emailed him over like the script he's supposed to say
Yeah.
in his post.
And what time to do it.
And he's so goddamn lazy, he couldn't even, like, write that one sentence himself. He copied and pasted. He just forwarded the fucking email. Really, dude? You lazy fuck. And he probably got paid, like, $100,000 to press send on his phone.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
That's ridiculous. It's literally, like, 10 words, right?
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't type them himself.
Lazy
Or
son
how
of a
pay
bitch.
one of your people to do it,
Yeah,
right?
have a social media person do it right. His stupid ass.
Wow.
But I think it's so awesome though too, because it's a reminder of what they are and what they're doing, and that you can't take everything they say seriously. You can't look at that product and say, shit, that's what Scott uses. It's
Right.
good.
Yeah, I want to use
it's a
that.
reminder.
Yeah, look at the protein that he's taking because I want to look like him. Man, that guy's jacked. I gotta know what he's doing in the gym. I gotta know what supplements he's taking. Because fucking Sir, what's his name?
Lord
Fucking
Disick.
Lord Disick. Fucking, really? Yeah, I want to know what protein he's eating.
Oh my God.
Really,
that's
if there's anyone on the planet that I don't want to look like, it's Scott Disick. Fucking kidding me? Who wants to know what protein powder he's drinking? Get the fuck out of here.
That's awesome.
That's great, man.
Wow.
All right, well, serves you right. Yeah, stick to promoting like Rolexes or Porsches or some shit. You know that I'll
Yeah,
believe.
right,
Yeah,
right.
you're not drinking protein powder, Scott Disick. Trust me. He's mixing his protein powder with fucking Doers.
Right.
Fucking Johnny Walker. Fuck. That's funny,
baby,
man.
you're good. You're good. Oh my God.
Imagine a fucking smoothie in the blender with fucking Johnny Walker Blue Label and a couple of scoops of protein powder.
Oh my God.
It's my morning fucking
I
pick
could-
me up.
Yeah.
Couple of ice cubes,
I'm
you're
sure
good.
some people do it.
Oh yeah,
I would be surprised if he did.
yeah.
That
there
would
you
be
go.
more believable, though. Actually,
That I would believe.
Yeah.
That I would say. You know what? You earned that
Yeah.
$100,000 post.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What a dick. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I wanted to, before I get into the next thing, I wanted to remind everybody about, on our website, hammernailspodcast.com, there is a Amazon banner on there, I should say an Amazon banner, that is, you can drag up to your bookmark bar on your internet browser, and every time you shop at Amazon, you can click right on that link, and it'll make it that easy. You don't even have to go to our website every time. If you guys could shop at Amazon using our banner, it's really doesn't cost you anything extra at all. It helps us out a lot towards the cost of the podcast, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we really appreciate it because this is a free podcast. So, stuff like that, those contributions are things that help us keep us going. And, kind of like the PBS stations, it's the little things like that people do, contributions and stuff that help us pay the bills and keep this thing on the air. So.
And it's a very nice thing to do. You know what else is a very nice thing to do?
What's that?
Jennifer Brown subscribed on our PayPal link.
Oh, I love you.
Thank you, Jennifer Brown.
How cool is that?
That's really fucking cool. Jennifer Brown went to the PayPal link that's also on our hammernailspodcast.com page because it is a free podcast. But if you guys wanted to contribute and help us towards the costs of the podcast, that would be greatly appreciated. And she did that, and we really appreciate you, Jennifer.
Yeah, thanks so much for doing that. That is really awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. And
Thank
for
you.
everybody else who's out there showing support and showing love for what we're doing here on Hammer and Nails Podcast. Always trying to bring you some cool stuff and some new products and things that we like. And just a couple laughs to brighten up your day every now and then.
Our stupidity.
Yeah, and just, kind of like marvel in our idiocy. Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
realize, like, wow, I'm glad I'm not paying for this thing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it's a free podcast. But you
Yeah.
know what? Just for that, I'll throw them $2.
Yeah, that's nice, and we appreciate it. You know what I think she did? I think it was because that last episode, I said to people, hit pause right now. Hit
right.
pause. Go do it right now, because I know you're sitting in front of something that is computer-like, because you're listening to a podcast which you
Right.
get off your computer, right?
Right.
So you're already on the phone, or you're already at your desktop or your laptop.
Right.
Click pause right now. Go to our website, hammernailspodcast.com. Go to the banner that's on that page and just drag it up to your bookmark bar so that every time you shop at Amazon, you just click that link. It helps us. We need it more than anybody. I know that there's other podcasts that you listen to, and they have an Amazon banner too, and you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They don't need it. We do. Okay?
Yeah, thank you guys. We really appreciate all the support that you're showing, and it means a lot to us, and it keeps us going. So,
Thank you very much. We really do appreciate that, you guys.
yes, we do. Thanks, Jennifer.
Yes, thank you. We got a couple of questions from previous episodes that we didn't get to. There's a couple of more that are lingering. A couple don't have anything to do with tips. Michael Casillas asked, how often do we splurge when it comes to food? Do you just have sweets whenever you want, or do you stick to a diet?
I try to stick to a fairly healthy diet. I'm not really a sweets person. You, on the other hand, like your sweets.
Yes. However, I am really big on baking and baking things that are healthy, so
Right.
that I can have things that taste like sweets, but they don't have all the negative side effects of sweets.
Right.
Now, I also know that a lot of people, I could from what people say to me on online, like you guys are in great shape, or you look so good, and I know you work out. I just wanted to clarify that what you see isn't always what is.
Well, you
If
have
I'm-
one word to sum that whole thing up, and it's called Spanx.
Yeah, or posing a good.
That was supposed to be funny.
I know.
You don't wear
Well,
Spanx.
No, but really, it's you don't see the 50 ugly pictures that I deleted before the good one that you see, or or the pose that I'm strategically standing in because that's the most flattering.
Yeah, we try to keep it real, but everybody takes bad
Well,
pictures.
Yeah, and I don't show you guys the bad pictures. And, I have weight issues myself. Like Skip was saying earlier, when we met, I was a lot heavier. I've gone up and down. I've been in my 20s, I was fat.
You are the sexiest yo-yo I know.
Oh, baby. Oh, that's so nice.
You're sexy when you're thin. You're sexy when you're heavy. And, yeah,
I love you.
there's
Thank
just more to love.
Thank you. And as you guys all know, I've been going through a really, 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 really rough time since my Kilo died. And I've been having a serious...
if you don't know who Kilo is, that's our Chihuahua that...
my son.
That was, like
who
your...
I love more than anything in life. And I love him and I miss him so much. And so I've been going through some terrible, terrible depression since he's been gone. Contribute to weight gain,
Right.
which is also an even tougher battle now because I'm battling the depression and gaining weight, and so it's a struggle. And so I appreciate all the compliments, you guys, but it's hard, and I'm
Yeah.
not always thin, and I don't want people to think that oh, you guys are on today, or at least for me, because you guys might see some pictures of me where I'm not looking that great, and it's because I got issues too.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody to be surprised when they see something like less than flattering, or it's not.
No, I think a lot more of that also is in your head too.
Well,
Cause
summer's
you don't,
coming.
you
It's
don't,
like
you don't,
shorts.
You don't ever really take a bad picture, as far as I can see, and you're certainly anything but heavy. So, what you consider to be that, you're pretty critical on yourself. So, I'll step in there and intervene just a little bit and say, it's you look great, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well,
And as far as an exercise routine, that's pretty much nothing.
yeah, it's nothing. And when you say
you're not like, I'm the gym person.
Yes. I
You
used to be.
You somehow, you
that's
used to
always
be.
been my favorite sport.
Yeah, me too.
And then-
but you somehow managed to stay in relatively good shape, even though you don't really exercise very much.
Right. And also as Kilo was getting older, I started to take him with me absolutely everywhere.
Right.
And I didn't want to. I didn't want to go. I was starting to get this thing where I didn't want to be out of the house. Like, I was pretty much. I wanted to be home with him. I didn't want to leave him alone.
Right.
And I can't have a workout with him, because you go
Right.
from equipment to equipment. It's not a good place to bring the dog.
No.
So
There are people that bring their dogs to the gym.
Really?
I've seen. Yeah.
Oh, well, I was just choosing to stay home instead of leaving because I wanted to be home as much as possible to be with him.
Jean-Claude Van Damme brings his dog to the gym.
Well, that's different.
Yeah. He
So-
brings his dog to Venice all the time.
Yeah, no one's going to tell him no. But, so I stayed home a lot to be with him, and instead of going to the gym because I wanted to be home with my babies as much as possible. So, yeah, I haven't been going to the gym. It's really, really hard to get started again, as everybody knows, to get motivated again. It's really...
Yeah, but you will. Now the things died down a little bit with all that
No
stuff.
pun
and-
intended.
Yeah, I think that I'm going to whip your ass back into shape and get you back in the gym with me. I haven't pushed you yet, but I'm gonna help you.
Okay.
In that, I've been waiting to the point to where I think you will be accepting and appreciating the help, and not be like, no.
Well, I also...
You're just about there.
I've gotten so accustomed over the years to having separation anxiety. Like, when I'm away from home for too long, I get anxiety. Like when today we're in the city. We got done with Fox and Friends, and we're walking around down 6th Avenue, and I'm thinking, we got to get home. And there's there was really no reason, Like, I couldn't enjoy myself the same because I'm thinking I started to get anxious. I want to go home.
Right.
And I gotta find a way to get out of that.
Yeah, well, we got a podcast to record, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you wanted to get home.
Yeah. You know what else I need to do? I need to check up on Anthony Camel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
I got to check in and
Super
see
talented
how that's coming
dude.
along. He is the proprietor of Forever Faithful Diamonds. He is a gemologist. He makes jewelry, but what's really cool is he makes custom-made jewelry. He will make you whatever you want. If you have something in your head and you can't find it in the store, or it's some crazy idea, or it's something special, or if it's a symbol that you designed yourself, or it's something, you want to get the Prince symbol, whatever. You want anything, he can make it. He is a jewelry craftsman, and he will make you whatever you want. And what's really awesome about that is that he is such a good businessman that if you don't like what he did for you, he will give you all of your money back. All of it.
Yeah, that's a true craftsman right there, because
Yeah.
he stands behind his product. So
No risk,
Very cool.
guarantee. You will get your money back if you don't like what he made. Or he can just fix it, revise it, and make it how you like it so you have exactly what you want.
And he's got a cool website you can go check
Yep.
out too, which is what?
ForeverFaithfulDiamonds.com, and his phone number is 463-0635.
Very cool. Check out Anthony Camel.
Check it out. Check it out. Also, Michael Shane is asking, what is the best vacation that we've ever taken together? Where, when, and why was it the best? That's a hard one. You know what? Skip and I, first of all, when you say vacation, there's lots of different types of vacation. But Skip and I have never been on let's get on a plane and go on a vacation.
Yeah, we have flown back and forth across the country, I would say more than 100 times
Yes.
For filming the show and all the traveling we do with different projects we're working
Yep.
on and things like that. But we would never really call that a vacation,
No.
even though sometimes we're gone for 3 or 4 months at a clip.
A vacation is when you spend money on a destination.
Yeah.
you're there
So,
about a week.
although a lot of the time we do have to get to enjoy while we're out in California or wherever it is we might be. But yeah, I don't think I ever really looked at any of that. It's always been
No.
like work related. So with all the traveling that we've done,
Our trips that we've taken have been on the motorcycle, and we've gone all the way as far north as Maine.
yeah, we do a lot of riding. Like we'll go for like a week or a long weekend or whatever, and we'll take our touring bike and we'll go up the Northeast and in through the mountains and Vermont and New Hampshire, and it's just beautiful riding up the Catskills and Adirondack Mountains. And so we've done many, many trips like that.
I can't even remember what a favorite, though. Like, nothing stands out to me as, wow, that one.
They were all great, though.
Yeah, it's like
I-
we always have a good time together, and just,
we've been talking about like taking an actual vacation,
yes,
right? Or
and we haven't been able to because with the TV show and like my limited, because I've been using all my vacation time to do things for
right, because you're a
entertainment.
full-time law enforcement officer. So even in addition to the crazy schedule that we have with the show business stuff, you maintain that full-time job
Yeah.
with the government.
Yeah.
So, the vacation time sometimes. Well, not sometimes. You always get burnt up every time we film a season of a show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of these days we're going to actually take a vacation together.
Yeah,
So maybe
and
if you guys have some suggestions of
yeah.
where we should go, we'll be
And-
happy
or
to.
free passes, because I can't even imagine spending money on a vacation now that we're doing this kitchen.
Yeah, if you have any timeshares or exotic locations that you live in, let us know. We'll be happy to come and sleep on your couch.
Yeah, because seriously, I don't even want to think about spending a dime on anything until this kitchen is finished.
It is coming along nicely.
Yeah, we still,
Yeah.
it's in a holding pattern right now because of
Well, it's a huge
we
project.
have to wait
we've
for
taken
cabinets
apart the
and all that.
entire house. The whole structure of the whole interior of the house has been completely reworked, and bathroom and bedroom and kitchen out,
Yeah.
and totally redone. Whole new roof ripped off and
Yeah.
redone on the house, and now we're working our way back inside again. So it's been a big remodel going on here.
We've been a lot of places in California, and if I had to say, like, recommend a vacation to somebody, based on what parts that we've been to, I would tell people to visit Santa Monica. It's beautiful there.
San Francisco is beautiful.
San Francisco is very cool, and Venice Beach is amazing.
We love Venice.
Yeah.
We live in Venice.
Yeah,
and we've
it's
had
just,
a few
oh
different
my, how
places that we stayed
relaxing.
in that Venice Beach and right in that area.
Yeah, right near the beach. I would recommend, like,
Marina
if you were to
del
go to
Rey. That
California-
whole area is just right on the beach, just beautiful.
Yeah, if you were to go to California for like a week, I would split it up and stay a few different places. Maybe even do like the what are those things called? The Airbnb.
Oh yeah, those things are great because like fully
yeah.
furnished houses, so
Yeah.
you feel like you're not sleeping in a hotel room.
Yeah. So like I would definitely split it up between Santa Monica and Venice Beach. It's just so beautiful out there, and it's such a cool vibe. It's so different than where we come from. So that's the answer to that question.
There you go.
Somebody I didn't get her name because it was on Twitter. She asked, "Can I sue my husband for allowing us to live with mold? How lazy is criminal?"
Mold is not good.
Yeah.
You guys have heard me talk about it a bunch of times on our show. You've heard me talk about it on the podcast. Yeah, it's not good. It's people take it lightly. It's pretty dangerous. It can actually lead to some very serious respiratory problems, and especially in younger people and elderly people, it can actually lead to serious medical problems, sometimes even death. So if you have a mold situation in your house, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse because it grows rapidly unless you correct it, and you do take some steps to correct it. And that means you need to find the source that's creating the mold, and that's always some source of water. Usually it's a leaking pipe, it's a leaky roof, it's something that's allowing moisture to get back behind the trapped area where mold likes to
Yeah,
breed.
it's not going to just stop.
Yeah, it's not going to go away on its own, and it's only going to get worse. So you need to correct it, and
So either you got to kick him out and then hire somebody to fix it, or you need to move out and stay out until he has it fixed.
Yeah, so basically, you could probably wait till you start coughing up blood. At that point, I would suggest that, you might want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't wait. Go and get it corrected. And you know what? The other thing is call your insurance company because maybe your husband. Listen, every job in the house takes a lot of time. It's work, it's tools, it's effort. It's like It's like some people come home from work and they're like, it's maybe not that he's lazy, maybe he's just exhausted. So, it's one of those things like, it's not like, it's not that bad, I'll fix it. And then it just keeps getting worse and worse. Call your insurance company because your homeowner's insurance company will send out an adjuster and they'll look at it. And if they can determine that it's due to a plumbing problem or something like that, there's a very good chance that they will pay to have that remediated and have a company come in and fix the problem.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
So, the worst they can do is say no.
And then you got to tell your husband, "You're a pig. Fix it. Clean this house."
Yeah, call your insurance company.
Yeah.
Try that angle.
Okay, so I got a question for you from Michelle Mertz.
Oh, love her.
Love her.
Yeah.
We
She's
have-
driving around on a fancy new Mustang convertible.
It's a
right
rental,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody rear-ended
Kind
her.
of like ours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have cased entries in some rooms in our house. No matter how many times and no matter what kind of paint we use, the knots keep bleeding through. We've even tried thick exterior paint, and they still show up. Do you have any recommendations or suggestions?
Yeah. You need to prime those casings really well, and you may want to use like an oil-based primer as well, like a stain hider type of thing. Zinsser also. Kills is another brand. Both of those are
That's
brands.
KILZ, right?
Yeah, those are all both brands that I use that work really well. And put a couple of coats of primer on it first before you paint it, and that will prevent the stain from bleeding
Now, they've
through.
already painted it, so are you suggesting putting the primer over the paint that's already existing?
Yeah, they can sand that down, scuff up the paint that's already on there,
Uh-huh.
and then put another layer over that.
Okay.
Or you can just rip the casing off and put some new moldings on the door.
Okay, and should they be putting, if they are doing that, should they be putting multiple thin layers, or should they put on thick layers of primer? Like how to apply it?
No, never thick. You never want to paint on paint too thick. You want to paint on, thin, even coats. And if it requires more than one coat, that's better than one thick coat. You don't want it to be running or goopy, especially like on a casing molding when they're vertical. You don't want to have, thick layers that are running and whatnot. Right. So, no, thin layers. If it requires more than one coat, then do it again. That's, in that case, if you're going to keep that casing on there and you're having problems with knots and stuff that are bleeding through, and you're not just going to replace the molding with something that maybe is not, doesn't have knots, then I would put on at least one layer of primer, give it a light sand, and maybe put on another layer on top of that, and then you can paint, and that should solve your problem.
What grit?
A fine grit, like a 150. 150 and up, 150 to 200, just enough just to scuff it up a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
And she asked me if I use a special shampoo and or conditioner for my blonde hair that keeps them beautifully blonde and prevents them from turning brassy. Well, I will say that I do believe I have brassy hair. I really...
Yeah, but that's by choice, though.
Yeah.
There's a million shades of blonde, and you choose to put one in there that's kind of like golden or brassy more than like, platinum.
I do my own color. I don't go to I haven't had my hair cut in about a year, and I bleach it myself. Really, when we're doing the show, it's just they do it for me.
Yeah, well then you have all the hair and makeup people and stuff like that. But between
but
filming,
I'm really cheap and lazy. So therefore, I do it myself, and I figure, if I could do it myself and it looks good, why not? I've always thought of going to the salon and having my nails done as such a chore. Always. Like to sit there like a half an hour. I'd rather be doing other things. So I really do prefer to do things myself if I can. So I did find, though...
And you do a pretty good job.
Thank you, baby.
I mean, like I noticed that you've talked to a lot of our makeup people over the years, the things that we've done, and like kind of taken notes and, found out about the products they use and all
Yeah.
the professional
I learned
grade
a
stuff.
lot.
And and it's like you've definitely learned a lot. So you
Yeah.
kind of have become your own makeup person
Yeah.
and hair person.
Yeah.
And I noticed that a lot, especially with working with you, and we share a trailer and go through wardrobe and makeup and all that stuff for TV together. So I've seen you interact with many different makeup and hair people over the last couple of years, and it's funny how you kind of pick everybody's brains. So
because I love it. It's like an addiction. But there is a line of products that I absolutely love for hair. And sometimes you find something you like, and then you try something different or more expensive, and you always come back to the same thing. That's like me with Voluminous, L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. I always come back. I've tried so many other more expensive brands, and I always come back to the L'Oreal. Oh, speaking of which, the hair product that I was actually going to refer you to is L'Oreal. They have a really nice line of products that are they're called Ever Sure or Ever Thick, or there's a line of them that are. You hear the helicopter? Skip's shaking his head. He wants me to stop talking, but I'm gonna go through it.
well, that's pretty damn loud.
Yeah, but you can still hear me with the helicopter. So anyway, and there's Ever Pure. That line of hair products, there's a shampoo and conditioners. What is so incredible about those that I love is that they actually do what they say they do on the bottle. Like if there's one that says Ever Sleek, your hair comes out more sleek. If there's ones that are supposed to condition your hair more, they really come out more conditioned. If it's supposed to make your hair more straight, it really comes out straight. All of those products from the L'Oreal hair products work. They do what they say they're going to do. And those are also the products that I use when I straighten my hair. I use the heat protection spray, and I use the Sleek hair straightening cream. I use all their, they work. They just simply work, and they're not expensive. They're like $6, $7 each bottle, and I love them so much. I will put links for you on the website on today's episode on hammernailspodcast.com. Go to the episode summary. I'll put links to the ones that I personally have used. That way I can vouch for those specific ones, and if you try anything else different and it doesn't work, it's all your fault.
You'll vouch for it.
Yeah, I stand behind the stuff that I use, though. I'll always prove to anybody that that's really what I use.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
looking good.
Thanks, babe.
Hey, I'm not kicking you out of bed.
doing my
so
best.
whatever you're doing, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we are. Are we wrapping up?
I think it's about that time.
I think it's about that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm getting sick of listening to me.
I know. I'm getting sick of me, too.
We want
I'm
to thank
getting
you
sick of
guys for
listening to
coming
you.
back each and every week, twice a week. Tell your friends about Hammer Nails Podcast.
That's
Spread
really
the love.
so important to us.
Yeah, show the support, show the love, and tell everybody about it. And we look forward to seeing you guys or talking to you guys again in a couple of days.
Yeah, and please go to iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating if you have a minute. And if you haven't pressed pause in the middle of this podcast to go and move that bookmark onto your internet browser, we would really appreciate that you go do that as soon as you're done listening to this episode. Just go to our Amazon banner, move it to your bookmark, and every time you shop at Amazon, please use it. And with that in mind, we want to remind you that we appreciate you for listening, and we love you.
Yep, we love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.